Yo, what's going on, everybody? I appreciate you guys checking in with us. Man, it's a Tuesday. We apologize. It was Mother's Day, so we didn't rock on Sunday. But shout out to all the mothers. We hopefully you guys had a good Mother's Day. Shout out to our own moms out there. We appreciate everybody checking in with us, man. Make sure you guys hit those likes and subscribe buttons if you can. Again, we try to do a sub-only chat just to show some appreciation to all of our subscribers. So hit that sub button if you want to get involved, because we got two segments. We always do them. We got our start 'em, bench 'em, cut 'em, but we also got our blind rankings, our top 5 blind rankings that we have a little bit of fun with. But we're also going to have a special guest. Severe's going to be on with us a little bit later. Has some stuff going on, but we are going to have a special guest and just a little bit to talk about an event that's going on this weekend. Now I see somebody in the building already. Myra G, you know what it is.
Myra G.
You're going to chill out with us. You know it. It's going to have fun. Toxic
boneless
Tuesday.
Wings.
Stop. Don't be hashtagging Toxic Tuesday, all right? This is just water in this cup, and it's sticking that way. Making sure the body's good and flushed for Saturday. That's for sure. Bakersfield is going to be fun. But we're going to have in just a little bit, Lorenzo might pop on with us and talk a little bit about the Bakersfield event, because it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, man. Raider Nation summer kickoff, just a way to kind of kick things off for the summer and get ready for the football season. And at the same time, we got the schedule release tomorrow, so we'll announce it a couple times as people kind of get into the chat. But tomorrow night, we're gonna jump on a quick live and just kind of give your guys our instant reaction on the actual schedule release, and we'll talk a little bit about kind of what we look for with that schedule release. So we definitely appreciate everybody checking in with us and chat. We're gonna get to you guys in just a second, but I got my guy Chris with Protect the Shield podcast. Man, how you feeling, brother? What's going on?
Man, living the dream, man. Living the dream. Salute to you. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Yeah, I'm just glad we got stuff to talk about, man. Minicamp went pretty well. You know, heard some of the rookies were balling. Got news about a lot of y'all's favorite quarterback. You know, so we got a lot to talk about, man. A lot to talk about.
Favorite quarterback. We do got something to talk about, man. We're gonna cover the movement that the Raiders were pulling over the weekend, right? A lot of movement when it comes to players that we released. Some people were surprised at a specific name that were brought into the that we released and no longer with us. But then at the same time, we also brought on some players, and so we're gonna take a look at those guys as well. But we're also going to talk about the hot topic. And before we get to this, I'm definitely going to get to the chat, but we're going to talk about Derek Carr retiring. All right. I know a lot of people, since it was announced, I think over the weekend, everybody's been talking about it. We'll kind of get our take on here. Again, Severe's going to try to join us in just a little bit, so maybe we'll kind of wait for him, or when he pops in with us, we'll get his take as well. But before we kind of get into all the topics, again, the players, the transactions that happened over the weekend, we're going to talk about Derek Carr. We're going to have our 2 segments. I definitely want Chris to touch on a little bit of what he was popping on this weekend. But before we do, let's hit the chat. Brim Bub, what's going on, man? Appreciate you rocking with us. Steve, what's happening? Good seeing you in the building. Daniel Kim, what's going on? And as always, Myra G, what's happening? Yaya in the building, what's happening? Appreciate you checking in. Manny D, what's going on? Appreciate you rocking with us as well. 11, what's happening? Troy Gill, what's going on? Appreciate you rocking. Raiders Rebel, what's going on, man? Make sure you guys go hit up Raider Rebel show, man. He always hits you guys, especially on the late nights, man. I always see you on the late nights. Try to pop in and say what's up, man. Show some appreciation, some love over there. Raiders through Chris, man. We're going to be rolling into Bakersfield, man. It's going to be good. Make sure you guys go show some support to Raiders through Chris's channel. Raiders Legions, Lunatic in the building. We're going to rock. Hey, Lunatic, I was just telling Chris, man, you're going to have to give me some story time rolling into Bakersfield, man. You've been doing this for a minute, and I know you got some stuff to talk about. You're going to give me a little bit of a download on this space, because I'm new to it, man. You've been in here for a minute. Guys, make sure you guys go to Raiders Allegiance, say what's up to him, go to his channel, but also his website, Raider Vision. Go hit it up.
It's fire.
PMW, what's going on, man? Appreciate you rocking with us as well. I see you, Rick Rock, in the building. What's going on? Severe's going to be with us in just a little bit. Had some stuff to take care of, man. Life happens. Jake Long, what's going on? Bart in the building as well. What's going on, man? Appreciate you. Raider Bart in the building, man. It's always good, man. Appreciate you. P-Ring, what's going on, brother?
P-Ring,
Sam Tonka, what's happening? What's going on, man? I appreciate you. Again, guys, we're going to talk about Derek Carr a little bit, kind of give our take on it. We're going to talk about the transactions that's gone on, and then we're going to have a special guest that might pop up here in about 20 minutes, and we're going to talk about another event that's going on. Josh,
Is that real?
what's happening? Dude, did it already go down?
Well, you know how there's some leaks, so I've checked, but that'd be nice.
So, Raider, man, I saw that. I saw there was some post on social media that had the full week 1 breakdown, and it did have us at home week 1 against the Giants. I scoured the internet. I went on NFL.com. I went on everything to see just, is it somewhere else? And unfortunately, didn't see anything. But man, it would be legit, because I think the plan is, Chris, thanks to your guy Dub Raider, man, I think we might be rocking out week 1.
Week 1, we in there. Week 1, we in the building.
Or at least home opener. Sorry, home opener.
Oh yeah,
home opener, if it is week 1. Myself, you, Dub Raider, Severe, we're gonna be out there. It's gonna be fun, man. All right, so what's your name? Got it, man. So just so you know, Bart, you got Chris with Protect the Shield podcast. All right, I'm 805 Raider, channel RealTalk Raider Nation. Then you got the Severe Raider. He's over there. And man, you're gonna be in Bakersfield, go hit us up. You're gonna see a banner with the Raider War Room on top. We're gonna have a little bit of a table. We're gonna have a couple giveaways and stuff like that. And then we're also, after the event, the Clarion Hotel North. It's right next to the La Quinta Inn South. We're gonna be rocking out there afterwards. They serve food till 12, and the bar will be open till 2. So we're gonna be having a good time. So make sure you come check us out. But definitely check us out at the event. We'll have a little booth. You'll see us there. Judo Joe, what's going on, man? See you rocking in here, man. Piano Man, I see you everywhere. I see you all over the place in all the other chats, man. I appreciate you rocking with us. Doesn't look like no international games. I know the Chargers were the last one to be announced. I don't know if that was announced yet, but it doesn't look like the Raiders are gonna have any international games. But I don't know if they announced that week 1 Chargers international game yet. So Raiders Legions Lunatic, 2nd annual pool party at the Paris. Oh, watch out. Okay, man. But don't you do, let me, Lunatic,
you did that last year. It looked like it was fire too.
But don't you do it the day before? So if like the game's on a Sunday, you do it on a Saturday, let us know, because man, if you do, I'll pull up without question. But if Chris and Severe are in town for that home opener, maybe we'll pull up, man, and join you. So let us know on what day. Is it the day before the home opener or the day
I'll be up there, my belly out, man. My belly out.
100%, man.
On drinks.
Which everybody wants to see that in the chat.
Everybody wants to see.
They've already seen it. All right, Saturday. Cool, man. Let us know. 100%. And you already got laughs at it, Chris. Someone's already laughing. What's happening today? What's going on? All right. Hey, appreciate everybody rocking in with us. We know it's kind of the off season. We're all waiting for the schedule release tomorrow. We're going to go live later that night. So make sure you guys hit that notification, check in with us. But then after that, man, we're all waiting for the June 1st cuts. So it kind of dies off, but we also kind of have a little bit of fun. We do 2 segments: start them, bench them, cut them. But we also do a blind ranking top 5. We have some fun with it. So guys, make sure you guys hit that sub button if you just listen in. And noon, you can be in Bakersfield. Appreciate you. Make sure afterwards, the Clarion Hotel North. We're going to be there afterwards. We're going to have a little bit of fun, man. Just a little meet and greet and have a little bit of fun. So before we rock into it, man, Chris, I want you to kind of let everybody know you had, I think, 2 fire interviews over the weekend, man. I'm going to give you the floor. Let everybody know what it was about, man, because it was good. I tapped in for both of them, man, and it was good shit, man. Let everybody know what it was about.
Yeah, for sure, man. I was grinding this week, man. I definitely was grinding. Had a for the guys that didn't get a chance to see earlier in the week, I had Ja Joyner on. He's our undrafted free agent, out of Minnesota. So I had an interview with him that was fire. Just kind of talking to him about just his journey to being, on the Raiders. So we were able to kind of talk about that. He was kind of talking about, how Max influences him and how he's excited just kind of be a sponge next to Max, just kind of learn everything about him. So that was just a fire show. And then also, man, I was able to get my guy, former linebacker Tim Johnson again. So I interviewed him a couple months ago. He was actually part of that Super Bowl team. At least I went to the Super Bowl in 02. So I was able to kind of talk to him about kind of what the undrafted free agents are going through, you know, because he was an undrafted free agent. So he was kind of telling his journey, kind of what, you know, what he was going through, you know, where his mindset was, kind of what's it like, you know, going to rookie mini camp, what's it like going to, you know, training camp and things like that, kind of what his mentality was, you know, how he was able to stay tunnel vision, and that's kind of helped him, you know, be able to stay in the NFL for a little while. So that was just a fire show. And then also, you know, I was had a chance to kind of collab with Mitchell Renz. And shout out to Mitch. You know, Mitch is probably the highest viewed Raider content creator, and really got a lot of respect from Mitch. You know, Mitch, very, very intelligent guy, hard worker. You know, I know some people have, you know, their thoughts on Mitch, you know, whether it's good or
their
bad.
own reservations.
Yeah, yeah. But the thing is, man, you know, Mitch knows the stuff, and Mitch is a true Raider fan. You know, regardless of what anyone says, he puts a lot of time in it. And I had a fire conversation with him. You know, we are just kind of talking about mini camp, just talking about the Raiders, period, how the offseason went. But definitely a fire show, man. So make sure you guys check all three of those out. And I got more stuff coming, man. I really do. So just support it, man. You know, the support costs nothing. All you gotta do is hit the like button, you know, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, man. So but yeah, I've really been working, man. So I'm loving this time of year for sure.
Yeah, man, you've been grinding. That's for damn sure. Every time we pop back in with each other, you're basically announcing another interview that you got.
Trying, man. Trying.
Which is good shit, especially with Jaw Joyner. You know, when you can get active Raider players in there, you kind of get a little bit of an insight as to what's going on behind the scenes, which not a lot of people have access to.
Right, right.
You know, and I think at one point, maybe I think there might have been a question, but, you know, it's one of those things is being an undrafted free agent. Sometimes it's really interesting to know, like, what is that process like? You know, you got the regular process of players that were actually drafted, right? You get the phone call. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, now you get your plane ticket. You jump on a plane the next day. Yeah. You in the facility. But when it comes to undrafted free agents,
it's a whole different mindset.
It's a mindset, but it's just a different process. You know, you're waiting now. Now is there negotiations that go on? You know what I'm saying? And do most undrafted free agents have their own agents? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it's really interesting with undrafted free agents because the process, I think, is definitely different. But man, fire interviews, man. Make sure you guys go check it out.
Yeah, check it out, guys. Check it out.
PDL, what's going on? Can't believe it's going to be 73 degrees in Bakersfield Neck. Man, I'll tell you, I hope it is. Now it was moved indoors. So Raider Nation summer kickoff is going to be indoors. They moved it indoors because it was projected to be kind of in the 90s. And so just, you know, Myra G, appreciate you throwing up the links to all the interviews. Guys, make sure you guys go check those out. Man, Bart, it's gonna be good, man. Make sure you come check us out when you in the building. It's gonna be fun. This coming Saturday, it's right around the corner. Salute to Rosetown. What's going on, man? Appreciate you popping in with us. Make sure I say what's up to as many as I can. Let's see. I see Rafa in the building. What's happening, man? Make sure you guys go check him out. Show support, man. Show some love over there to Rafa as well, man. Appreciate everybody in the building. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to talk a little bit about the news that went down over the weekend. I'm going to share the screen. We're going to rock it just like – oh, actually, no. Maybe I could actually set it up first. That's my bad. Bang. All right. There we go. Derek Carr retires, guys. Let us know. Let me know what your thoughts on Derek Carr announcing his retirement. You know, I don't care what anybody says. He still had some left in the tank. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's some washed up quarterback. But he obviously, I know that there was news a few weeks ago that his wife had a miscarriage. You know, if I read that right. And I know he's got multiple kids. You know, he has his own basketball team over there, basically. And so, you know, at the end of the day, I think the biggest argument that everybody is throwing out there is, number one, you know how the saying goes, once a Raider, always a Raider, right? And then there's a lot of people kind of going out there going, man, would love to either see Derek Carr sign a 1-day deal, a 1-day contract, and retire as a Raider, or people talk about rumblings of him potentially coming back in a couple of years, and stuff like that. And so all the different scenarios are now basically being thrown out there. And so the chat, let us know what's your thoughts on Derek Carr. Jake Long, you say, wish Carr nothing but the best. The Saints line got him smoked. The Saints had a lot of injuries, without question. They had a lot of injuries to that offensive line. And PDL, man, you up? You saying my thoughts are thank you for everything, Derek Carr. Yeah, man. Again, it's a mixed bag. And so here's the thing, man, Chris. I'll throw it to you first. And initial thoughts on Derek Carr retiring, and just kind of anything you want to put out there. Obviously, there's a bunch of topics we touch on, but anything you want to put out there.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I think a lot of people kind of know where I stand with Derek. I was ready for him to move on, but I do respect Derek for, the years that he gave us. Whether you love him or hate him, he gave us some stability. Do I think, Derek was a, top tier quarterback? No, I don't. I think he was a mid-tier quarterback. I think he was a nice guy. I think he was a pretty good leader. And I think he really loved the Raiders. He loved silver and black. He wanted to do a good job. He wanted to take us to, the playoffs. He wanted to win a Super. I mean, he wanted to do all those things. So, I definitely respect him. He had great work ethic. But I just think he was a mid-tier guy. But he did have, a lot of tough circumstances. He didn't have a whole lot of weapons, didn't have a good defense. But that just comes with, being a NFL player. It's not always going to be, butterflies and roses and all that stuff. So but salute to Derek. Do I think that we should sign him for 1 day so we can retire Raider? Absolutely. Do I think, Carr has a Mamba mentality and all that stuff that he kind of says he has? No, I don't. But I wish him well.
And not many do, by the way.
Huh?
And not many do.
No, not many do. Not many do. But he wears that sleeve because of the Mamba mentality. I mean, he doesn't have it. But again, once a Raider, always a Raider. And I'll just leave it at that. And the reason why they said he retired, I know he had the injury, but I think if he really wanted to play and if he wanted to compete and beat those young guys out that are in the quarterback room, I think he would have and could have, but he decided not to. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, what's up, AC? Appreciate you rocking. Can you technically retire a Raider while under contract? Don't the Saints have to cut him first? I think technically, yeah. I mean, you could retire and then they still retain, I think, basically rights to him until they officially cut him. But man, he can sign a 1-day contract in 2 years, and come back and actually retire. So it could happen at any time. But I think you are right. They have the rights to him, but they officially have to cut him. So, but I appreciate you checking in with us. AGMB, man, Mamba mentality.
My boy Day. Hey, he's joking about that, by the way. We always laugh about Carr with that Mamba mentality. He definitely didn't have it.
Let's see. We got Barty saying Derek Carr deserves a Raider out. Yeah, sign 1 day, 100%. I'm with you. And here's the thing. When it comes to what Derek Carr did, right? And Chris, I'm 100% with you. I never, after that 2016 season, when he got hurt and you started to see what Derek Carr was starting to turn into, I was sitting there going, man, I think he's good enough to take us to the playoffs. I don't think he's good enough to get us to the Super Bowl. Like, that's what, after that 2016 season, I just felt like things were turning for him. I mean, that's where all of a sudden, now, mind you, I had my issues with him before the 2016 season. The amount of times, there was at least one time a game he would have some weird, crazy throw where he'd throw it up in the middle of nowhere, and you're sitting there going, what the hell just happened? Is that a youth quarterback? Dropping back under, pulling up under center. Like, I had no clue what was going on. And so I had my reservations on him, but obviously the 2016 season took us to the playoffs. Everything was looking good. But then when he got hurt, that's when I think he just, that quote unquote Mamba mentality was just never going to be reached. He took off and ran. You breathe on him in the pocket and he fumbles.
Yeah.
That was the tough part. And I think he wasn't able to take the chances like the elite quarterbacks do. You look at the Aaron Rodgers back in the day, he'd fit the ball in tight spaces. You know what I'm saying? He'd take that shot. He'd take those calculated risks where I think Derek Carr sometimes either he didn't and he checked it down, or he tried and he failed.
Yeah.
And so like to your saying, he without question had the potential of being an 8, 9, 10th ranked quarterback in the National Football League. Without question. He had the potential to.
Yeah.
But in the flip side, I also think the Raiders organization, there's a reason why we have been trash a lot longer than Derek Carr. And the Raiders organization did him no favors.
Absolutely.
Didn't have good defenses. You could look at situations like last year. If KC had a shit defense and their offense was struggling as bad as they were, they'd be a bad football team. KC's defense is what held them in football games. You look at the Rams. Rams defense held them in football games when Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp were out and their offensive linemen were down, and Matthew Stafford looked like a bottom of the barrel quarterback for 6-7 games because of the injuries on the offense. The defense didn't do him any favors. And with the transition of head coaches, the transition of personnel, I mean, how many true number one receivers did Derek Carr have? I mean, not very many. He had Cooper, Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
And for a rookie season and then a couple years after, so you can kind of the rookie season is a wash. He obviously had Devonta Adams. You saw what he did with Devonta Adams.
Yeah. But then, I mean, he had a weapon in Waller. He had weapons, but then again, people also got to realize, when Carr got that second contract, at one point he was the highest paid quarterback in the league. When you get the highest paid quarterback in the league, other places are going to suffer. Whether it was Khalil Mack or whatever. That just happens, man. So, and I think even when Carr was with us, towards the end, I think he was the 7th highest paid quarterback. And I think that was the same year that he was 2nd in overall turnovers in the league. And then that following year, which was last year with us, before he got benched, he led the league in interceptions before he got benched. So, having a guy that's a 7th highest paid quarterback and getting that type of production, it doesn't work well with the math, man.
And so, Raider, why, man, I appreciate you popping in with us. And that's kind of the other thing that I definitely want to touch on is, a lot of people have issues with, and let's go back. Here's the thing is, what was really unfortunate is you get Josh McDaniels, and I had my reservations about Josh McDaniels. I wasn't excited about him whatsoever. The only thing that I thought was, look, if he can bring anything that he had in New England and create an offense like he did, and we all thought he had the weapons, bringing Devonta Adams, Derek Carr, Hunter Renfrow, had a running game with Josh Jacobs, with Darren Waller. He had all the weapons.
Yeah, weapons, yeah.
And the shitty part is, Josh McDaniels was just a horrible head coach. He was an awful head coach, and you continue to make these mistakes as an organization. You're not helping anybody out on this roster. And then to Raiders Hawaii point, man, I till this day, I think a lot of people, some people think that Derek Carr basically shit on the team and bounced on him. I'm sitting there going, you just don't know what if Josh McDaniels was as shitty as a person as some people have been saying. I don't really know how that was handled behind the scenes. And was it really Carr basically saying, no, I want nothing part of this team and I'm exiting? Or was it that talk behind the scenes of Josh McDaniels going, hey, man, it's probably best you don't come around this building and we're going to move on from you, especially after giving him an extension the offseason prior, making it look like he is going to be the man moving forward. And then you basically oust him the way you did, which to me, I think was kind of dirty work by Josh McDaniels.
I might have to push back. But go ahead. My bad.
Okay. No, I mean, I honestly think it was to me, it was dirty work. I just don't know how you handle a guy that has been in this organization as long as he has for the last 2 games. Now, I understand that there was I think there was the injury clause that was going on. If Carr got hurt, then we'd have to guarantee him money. So I understood that part of it. It's more business at that point. But just the way that all played out, it just looked shitty to me. And Derek Carr, as long as we've known him, doesn't seem like that type of person just to willfully be like, bounce from my team. Sorry, guys, I'm not supporting you. Again, who knows if he reached out to players and had conversations, but that's kind of my point on that. But you want to push back a little bit.
Well, no, I mean, it is hard. It is hard with us not really knowing. But the things that, like, the reports you hear about Carr is like he was so he's sensitive. Like, honestly, like that's kind of why, like, Gruden really didn't want to bring in no real competition for him, because Carr's so sensitive. And honestly, I think he was just kind of like butthurt that, he lost his job. And I know a lot of Raider Nation wasn't happy about it, but like I said, the guy was leading the league in interceptions, and then the year before he was second in all turnovers. And it's like, we're paying this guy a crazy amount of money. And like McDaniels, like I know McDaniels, has a lot of flaws. And honestly, when we first got him, I was actually, rocking with him. So I'm not gonna be the type to turn my back, all of a sudden I'm gonna stand on how I felt. But I think him and Ziegler, they wanted Derek Carr to do well. That's why they gave him that contract. Like, I don't think the big picture was we're just gonna get rid of Derek Carr, because if that's the case, you don't put a trade clause on him and you don't give him that pay raise. I mean, they had no reason to, if that was the goal, was to get rid of him. So I don't know, man. And I don't know.
I guess my biggest thing is, like, was it more? Yes, they gave him that contract for Carr to thrive, but that entire offense didn't thrive, period. And was it more Carr, or was it more Josh McDaniels, honestly, just being a shitty head coach as well as potentially offensive coordinator? Because without, I've said this kind of, in my channel when I started in 2023, is I think Josh McDaniels just rode Tom Brady's coattails. I mean, Tom Brady left and won a Super Bowl down in Tampa, and Josh McDaniels after that hasn't proved a goddamn thing outside of Tom Brady. So that's the hard part. Was it because Derek Carr was that bad, or Josh McDaniels just could not run an offense outside of Tom Brady? So, and did they shit on him because the plan was Tom Brady to potentially come in here and play quarterback? Because there was rumors that they had to opt for Jimmy Garoppolo because they lost out on Tom Brady.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, I agree. And we can go on and on with that. I just, it, like, a lot of things could have happened. I wish Carr well, but like, to me, I know Leo kind of put it in the chat, but if Carr was just kind of butthurt, and since he got benched, he just wanted to take his ball and go home instead of helping Jarrett Stidham prepare for the next game, just like Stidham's been in his corner the entire season. Like, to me, that is terrible leadership, and that is not a way to treat your peers. Okay, you got benched. Now help Stidham the way he's been helping you all season, trying to get prepared for the game. Stidham came out and played a hell of a game against the 49ers. We could have beat him. Yeah, if Colton Miller didn't, take a dump, against Bosa that last play. But I don't know, man, because when Stidham was running Josh's offense the way it was supposed to look, it looked like a whole different, like, offense. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
It did, and I actually put money on our Raiders to actually beat the spread, because here's the thing, is when you have a backup quarterback coming in for the first time, sometimes they actually find success because the team hasn't prepared for them all season.
Yeah.
But then what happened when we played KC the following week? Stidham came back down to earth.
Yeah, that's true.
Backup quarterbacks, it always happens. It happens all. Look at Andy Dalton. Torched us last season, but then came back down to earth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so backup quarterbacks do that all the time. But I definitely want to give a shout out. Leo, what's happening, man? See you in Bakersfield. Make sure you guys go and go show support to Leo's channel. There was one comment, man. AC, man, you said Carr threw a bad INT in that Cincy game. I just kind of want to go back into history. When you watch that play, go back and watch it. I was pissed off, not at Derek Carr. I was pissed off at the play call. Because if you go watch the play call, then you watch Darren Waller. He sent Darren Waller into the flats 10 yards.
Yeah.
10 yards to the 10-yard line. He was 10 yards away from the end zone. We had to get to the end zone. The only option for Carr in the end zone on that play was that player that was double and triple covered. Everything else was out of the end zone. And so it was more play call and design play than it was Derek Carr trying to force something into it. Just go back and watch it, because I went back and watched it multiple times. I was throwing shit in my house. I'll be dead honest with you.
I was there. I was at the game and couldn't believe it, but I did the same thing. Went back and watched it, and you're like, if nothing else, why are you not at least having Waller in the end zone and throw a jump ball? If nothing else.
And Darren Waller was sitting on the 10-yard line doing an out route. I was sitting there going, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And look, at the same time, you can always, you never know how it's going to play out. But at the same time, you can always look back and go, damn, like, with everything that happened with Josh McDaniels, and I don't want to get too far into it, but, should we have given Rich Bisaccia a run? Now that Josh McDaniels, we know what he was about. Did we just read the room completely wrong with Josh McDaniels and at least give Rich Bisaccia a shot? I'm not saying yes or no because we just don't know.
I'm with you. I'm all about like standing firm on what I believe, like at the time. Now, hindsight is one thing, but I was like, Bisaccia at the time, I was like, there's no way he could really be ahead. You could tell he was in over his head. But the players loved him, but
I don't think, what's crazy? I don't think he was in over his head, because we won our last 5 out of 6 to get to the playoffs with all the crap that went on with Damon Arnett flashing his guns and getting cut. And then you got Henry Ruggs, doing what he did with all that. I'm sitting there going, damn. Like,
he kept us together. He kept us together. But then if you really think about that season, like, we had a lot of help. Like, we played a lot of backup quarterbacks. Like, I remember that Cleveland game. I think that was a COVID game. It was like half of their team couldn't play. They was like on their 3rd quarterback, and they still almost
that was a nasty game.
That was crazy. I was at that game, like, man, that was wild. That was like, nasty. It is what it is, and but I think. Long story short, man, salute to Derek Carr. Like, I mean, of course, he's always going to be a Raider. He needs to retire a Raider. He'll be a guy that should always be revered as, a good player, mid-level, good, not great player, but salute to him.
Yeah, man. So I think at the end of the day, the majority of us, I'm not saying all right, because I know there's some people in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We appreciate you guys. I see you, Jeffrey, in the building. Up for review, man. I don't know if you've been in here before. I haven't seen you, man. I apologize if I missed you, but I appreciate you rocking with us. If you guys are new to the chat, to the channels, and subscribe, man, hit that hashtag new one so we do see you. Just definitely want to give a shout out, but we do a sub-only chat just to kind of show our appreciation to everybody that does support us. Mario Q, what's going on, man? Appreciate you. See you in the building. PMW, what's going on? I think at the end of the day, again, not saying it's everybody, but and we do got somebody in his perfect timing. At the end of the day, I do think that we wish Carr all the best without question. I'm cool. 1-day contract. Retire as a Raider. You do your thing, man. It doesn't matter. You put your blood, sweat, and tears, no matter how hard or how much people think you tried. Bro, the National Football League ain't easy. And to do it for that long, if you want to retire a Raider, 100% I'm with you, man. So we appreciate everybody in the building, man. A lot of people rocking with us. What I want to do is we got a special guest, and we got a bunch of people in the chat that are going to be going to the Raider Nation summer kickoff, man. And let me try to bring this guy to the stage. Lorenzo, what's going on, man? What's happening? Can you hear us, brother? Maybe switch it to the middle. Lorenzo, can you hear us?
Mic check.
Can you hear us, Lorenzo? Yes, no? No, not yet? Okay, let's see. I want to make sure we're all good. Let's see. I think I hear you. I hear you moving the phone around a little bit. Let's see. Let me set up the screen real quick, and we'll see if we can kind of get this thing. I think it's gonna log back in. We'll kind of wait for him to come back in. But I definitely want to get down to what up, Coach? What's happening, man? I appreciate the super chat. Raiders beat 3 playoff teams that season too, so I don't want don't want to hear that they got a lot of help. They beat the Eagles, the Steelers, and the Cowboys. Hey, and those battles too, without question, man.
Let me remember though.
Lorenzo, I'm gonna bring you in just a second, brother.
I'm gonna look that up. Yeah, we may have beat 3, but I don't think they were at full. They weren't at full power, if I remember correctly.
Maybe not.
We got a lot of help to get in the playoffs, and there was a huge underdog win. I think the Jaguars beat the Colts because the Colts were ahead of us, and the Colts end up losing to the Jaguars, and that was that opened it up for us to get to the playoffs. So, I mean, you can say whatever we want, but
we were banged up too, though. Like we were struggling too, with Henry Ruggs and all that stuff out. Like we were banged up too.
We didn't have Ruggs, but I mean, we were beating. Like I said, we were beating a lot of backup quarterbacks. Like I said, that Cleveland game, half of their team was out. Like they were on their third string quarterback, and then they almost beat us. We lost we beat them because they missed the field goal at the end.
I'm with you, man. Silver and Black, what's going on? Jeff, what's happening, guys? Make sure you guys go support Jeff over there as well. Appreciate everybody rocking Severe. You in the building? You came in just in time because we got somebody backstage that we're going to talk with that you're going to meet in person this coming Saturday, man. We're excited about. We've been shouting out this event for the last maybe month and a half or so. Every time we go live, I know I do it on my own videos, man, but the time has come. It's going to be legit. I'm gonna add this man to the stage. Lorenzo, man, what's going on? Can you hear us now?
Yeah, we're good, brother.
Yeah,
we're good.
Man. Let me share the screen, man, because I want to make sure I get this up on the screen as well, man. But we got the Raider Nation summer kickoff, man. Everybody, we got at least, I know Leo's in here, Lunatic's in here, Food Chris, Myra G, and Un. These guys are all showing up to the Raider Nation summer kickoff this Saturday, man. I appreciate you taking the time. I know putting this event together is a time crunch, especially now that we're coming down the wire, man. But man, it's the 11th annual. I appreciate it. I want to give you the opportunity. Tell the people a little bit about the event, kind of what made you start the event, and man, just some details of what's going on, man.
Yeah, for sure. So this is our 11th annual Raider Nation Summer Kickoff event. Last year was a full decade. Initially, when we started the event, I had put like a 10-year time frame on it. I set a goal that I wanted to see if I can get this event to go for at least 10 years. And if I met that goal, I was pretty happy, which I did last year. And last year was such a good turnout that, we decided to do it again this year and kind of keep it going just on a year-to-year basis now. I'm not setting another 10 years on it, but I will say that, this event over the last 10 years has grown to be, an event that everyone looks forward to every season. One of the things that's significant about this event is that we're able to secure current Raider players every year. And we've been blessed to be able to do that. That's not guaranteed every year, but we have been successful every year in being able to do that. So people look forward to, coming out, meeting the players. I see that Jeremy Chin up there on the screen. He's going to be our special guest Raider this year. And I'll give you a little background on how he came to be our special guest this year. So every year I start kind of reaching out to the players towards the end of the season. I mean, we don't really make the playoffs too often. So,
not too often.
They go on break kind of early. So that enables me to kind of reach out to them early and see if they're up for coming out in May. But then again, that's their off time. That's time that they spend with their families and go on vacations, have kids, all that kind of stuff. So sometimes they're up for it. Sometimes they pass. And it just all depends on, who we can secure and get a commitment from, fairly early. There have been times that we've waited for players and ultimately they end up having other obligations, and so that kind of puts us behind. With this year, some of the players, I won't mention their names, but they're not with the team anymore, and those are the guys that I was going after this year, some fan favorites. And when I see we lost them in free agency, I was like, oh man, that really sets me back. But when I seen that we acquired Jeremy Chin, I knew what we were getting in him as a player. Especially with what we're building now, right, with Pete Carroll and what he's known for in Seattle. And I said, man, I want to go after this guy because I really think that he's going to bring a lot to what we're trying to accomplish with the new regime. He's going to be a big part of that. And I encourage everyone to come out and meet this guy, get his autograph. If that's your thing, you know, you're into collecting autographs and you know, player jerseys, or, you know, you want to meet the guy and take a photo with him, all that, like, this is your chance to do that. I know he's new to the team, but I think after this year, people are going to say, man, I should have gotten that autograph, you know? So we're fortunate enough that we were able to get him and pretty much welcome him to Raider Nation. I'm real excited about bringing him to the event and showing him what we do as fans, right? Because he's coming from Washington. They don't do what we do, you know? A lot of those teams out there, they don't do what we do within the Raider Nation. So I'm pretty excited for that. And we have some alumni players coming out also. Every year we always welcome all our alumni players. Last year we had 10 of them. This year we do have a few coming out. Jay Schrader is coming out, LA Raider quarterback. Michael Alexander's coming out. Mervin Fernandez is coming out. Just some guys that we want to incorporate into the event to kind of give the background, give the history of maybe, you know, some stuff that new Raider fans may not know. Like myself, I'm 45 years old, so I grew up watching these guys. But there's a next generation of Raider fans that don't have any idea about our true history. So we always want to incorporate alumni players and welcome them out here too. With that though, I mean, this event, it's a lot of fun. It's a family-oriented event. There's a lot of different stuff for people to do. Obviously, we have food out there. There's food trucks out there. We have merchandise vendors. You can pick up all your new Raider swag, you know, for the season. A lot of awesome vendors out there. This year we have carnival games coming out, so they'll be setting up. You guys can win prizes. I specifically told him, you know, a lot of those stuffed animals and stuff, like, you got to have Raider prizes for this event. So
You got it.
yeah, and they guaranteed me. He actually called me the other day and said, yeah, man, I ordered all this Raider stuff for you guys to win. So I think people will have fun doing that, playing a few of those carnival games. We do have a small kid area, kid zone, with some inflatables and a mechanical bull out there. But believe it or not, the mechanical bull, the adults seem to enjoy that more than the kids do every year. So
I'm sure.
After a few beers, they're on that thing. And we'll probably do something like a who can stay on the longest, you know, wins a prize type thing with the mechanical bull. Just, you know, encourage them with it. That'll be the outdoor aspect of the event. And then moving indoors, that's where we'll have our performances and our meet and greet with the players. And we're gonna have other things like interactive stuff like Raider Bingo. That's new this year. We're doing Raider Bingo. That's gonna be really fun. You're gonna play three bingo games, 1, 2, 3, and each bingo game, the winners are gonna come on stage, and we're gonna have some other stuff that they're gonna have to do and get the crowd involved. And DJ Steph's gonna be in the mix, so it's gonna be like party bingo with Raider Nation. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, man, I mean, if you guys haven't been to this event yet in 10 years, you guys definitely want to come out. It's a lot of fun. And if you have been in the past, then you already know what to expect. So it's let me see. Lito says, what? Leo and MC Raider going to have a dance off?
Of course they are.
Yeah, I mean,
that's expected.
Just don't hurt yourselves, man, because I mean, you know, we got insurance, but we, you know, we don't want to do it. I've seen
Leo, man. Leo tends to just trip and fall randomly after a couple beers. So
there's gonna be tables.
I've seen
Leo dance on some of his videos, and I've seen MC Raider try and dance on some of his videos. So they'll probably end up having like a what is it, break dancing? You know how he likes to do the robot. I've seen MC Raider do the robot a couple times.
Didn't you guys have a dunk booth one year?
We did. We had I think that's the year we brought Derek Carr out, and we had
did go.
Yeah, he came in 2016. So some honorable mentions with this event. I guess I should mention Derek Carr because he is, you know, retired now. But he came out in 2016, and that was pretty awesome of him. That was, and I've said this before on a couple other interviews, our event has kind of become the event for like good fortune, kind of good luck, because in 2016, our event is in May before the 2016 season, and that's when Derek Carr went on his MVP run, right? He had his awesome season, and he came out for that event. We were that year we dedicated the proceeds from the event to a young boy here that had a brain tumor, so he needed some help with all that. And so we set a goal of $10,000 to be able to reach that. Derek Carr agreed to come out, and we sold, meet and greet tickets and all that good stuff. And we were able to reach that goal, and we were able to donate $10,000 to that young child and his family. So,
that's awesome.
Shout out to Derek Carr. I know, it's kind of like people love him and people don't love him. I won't use the other word, the H word, but either you like him or you love him, right? So as a person, incredible human being, and he in 2016 was kind of like our big player that came out, and then after that, it just followed. We had Max Crosby come out, then he had a monster season after he came to summer kickoff. We had Hunter Renfro come out, he had a great season. So like every year it seems that the players that come, they end up doing really well. Maybe that's because
big shout out last year was Jacoby Myers, and he had his first 1,000-yard season.
Exactly. See, I forgot that one. Yeah, Jacoby Myers. So
just throwing that out there.
Yeah, no, 100%. I feel like, Jacoby Myers came over from Patriots, right? And we bring him in front of Raider Nation, and he sees these players get to see who they're playing for, and it's events like this where that's why it's important, because we all come together and we're supporting these guys, once a Raider, always a Raider, and they feel it, they feel the Raider Nation. They're embraced by us. They see what they're on the field playing for and who they're hearing, in the stands. So I think that has a lot to do with it, or maybe I'm just, thinking it has a lot to do with it, but the event is a lot of fun. And I encourage everyone to come every year. If this is the last year, maybe not, but at least experience it one time, and then you can kind of judge for yourself,
Well, shout out to Jeff, man. He's saying, man, maybe you need to take an emergency phone call and get Tyree Wilson out there. Maybe we can get some production out of Tyree Wilson. Shout out to Jeff. Not a bad idea.
Everybody's welcome. I mean, if they want to come, they're more than welcome to, for sure.
Or Tyree just needs to stay in the building and keep working on that second and third move. I don't know. But that's a give and take. No, one thing I do want to add, man, is what I think is actually really good about this event. Not only is it family friendly, it's a way to kick off the summer, kick off the season for Raider Nation. It's awesome. Went there last year, and it's also the opportunity for a lot of these new players that haven't been or just recently signed on to the Raiders since being in Vegas. I do think it's their first opportunity to truly see what the Raider fan base is really like, because you don't get that in Vegas anymore.
Yeah.
You don't get what Oakland was like as a Raider player, and with home games, right? It's 80-20 away fans at our home games nowadays. I go to 2-3 games a year, and I distinctly remember the Broncos game, and it's nothing but orange. It's burnt orange in that goddamn stadium. And we went to the Minnesota game, and it's nothing but purple in the stadium. And so it sucks when you're the home team and you're running out to take the field and you're getting booed in your own stadium. Like that is just a shitty feeling. And so for you to create an event where these players, like a Jeremy Chinn's going to come out and he's going to truly see exactly what this fan base is like, and just get that feeling. So I definitely think this event, without question, provides such a massive benefit to these new players that now can feel what it truly is to be in front of the Raider fan base.
Right. And like you were saying, like they're new, they're in Vegas, and let's face it, Vegas is Vegas, right? So they're going to do these appearances at like the pizza place or, corporate stuff out there, right? That's part of the business. But they're going to come to Bakersfield in the middle of May during the off season and say, wow, you guys, it's not even a Raider game. Like, you guys are doing this in May, like before the season starts. Like, you guys are
crazy.
Real. Like, so with the players coming, like you mentioned, for the first time, they get to see the true true Raider fan base on a more intimate, personal level, right? Not just, waiting in line to get an autograph. Like you're gonna see us party. If they want to have a drink with us, they're gonna, have a drink with us. Like they're part of the Raider Nation now, right? So, I mean, hopefully moving forward, a lot of the players will, accept our invitations. We've been, like I said, we've been blessed to be able to have at least secure one current Raider player every year. Sometimes it's multiple players. And, sometimes it's the big dogs. We've had the big dogs like Max Crosby and those guys out here. And sometimes it's guys like Jeremy Chin that are new to the Raider Nation. So either way, we're going to do our thing, have a lot of fun with it. And I look forward to everybody coming out, including, all you guys, all the content creators that are going to come out and get the footage and kind of, go live and do all that good stuff. Like, you guys are important because you guys show everyone else out there. You can get it out there a lot further than I can just on my page. You guys can actually, spread it to a bigger audience. So I do appreciate that.
Yeah, man, definitely try to push it. And Bart, man, on the screen, he said, "You're ready for Bakersfield, man." He was in the chat earlier saying just how diehard of a fan he is, along with some people that he's going to roll with. So he's coming out to Bakersfield. You got Cheeto or Leo in the building, Myra. You got, I think it's Jack Kenna's going, Sacktown Raider Mike, he's going. Bunch of people, man, that check in with us on the chat. They're definitely going to be rocking with us. Real quick, let the people know how they can get the tickets real quick.
Yeah, for sure. So our VIP is almost sold out. I think we only got maybe 12 or 13 of those left. That thing sells out every year. I definitely encourage people to get that ticket over the general admission ticket, only because it comes with a guaranteed seat at a table. It is a 6-7 hour event. So if you get tired of standing, stuff like that, like get that. It comes with a plate of food included in your ticket. It comes with your first free drink is on us. We have these packets that we give all our VIP ticket holders. The Raider bingo game is included in that. What else? Your meal ticket, your drink ticket. We throw other little treats in there. Like we have these like little In-N-Out gift cards. Our guys over at In-N-Out gave us a bunch of these for free cheeseburger. We just make it fun. Other than that, the general admission ticket, that's just $20 to get in. And that's, standing room only. If there is some open seating at the bar or lounge area, you're welcome to it, but it's not guaranteed. But then again, if you're the kind of person that just, wants to party, doesn't care about sitting down, and you're going to be interacting with people the whole time and on your feet, you don't mind, then that's fine. And then we have our meet and greet ticket. I have them over there, but that's the actual ticket to meet the player, get the autograph, take a picture with them, all that stuff. And it sounds like I was talking to his rep today. It sounds like he's going to be staying quite a bit with us. He's actually going to stay the night, I believe, and fly out in the morning. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, where else is he going to go in Bakersfield, right? So hey, hang out, grab a beer or whatever.
Hey, we're gonna be hanging out. So yeah. If he wants to be around some Raider fans, let us know, and we'll pull up and chop it up with them if he wants to.
Yeah, just don't get him in no trouble. We don't need that.
It's Bakersfield. Bakersfield will get him in his own trouble if he wants to find it.
But can you imagine Jeremy Chin, they're in Bakersfield? Oh man, they're gonna blame me. They're gonna say summer.
Yeah. So Bart, I do think, and Lorenzo, correct me if I'm wrong, Chin is the only player this year, but man, last year you had Jacoby Myers, you had Divine Diablo and DJ Turner, and so some years you have multiple players, but I know in some lives that you stated just how hard it is to get players, and understandably so. These players, they got their off-season routines, they got their own stuff, and in their downtime, they're trying to get their own personal time in, whether it be family time, friends and stuff, and so it's really hard to get these players. And so, man, it's good work trying to just even be able to get players in general.
So I'll tell you a quick story. So, excuse me, one of the players that I had been reaching out to was JPJ, Jackson Powers Johnson. And I couldn't get a commitment from him, right? So, but we're trying. And I thought he would be awesome to have out here, right? Because, I mean, that guy's a beast. But I'm doing these giveaways on our Instagram page, and one of the winners is a guy named James Johnson, and pretty typical name, James Johnson. I didn't think anything of it, so I pulled his ticket as a winner. And then I get a DM from the winner, James Johnson, explaining to me that he's Jackson Powers Johnson's dad, and that they bought tickets, VIP tickets, to come out to this year's event, and they're looking forward to it. And since he's going to be out here anyways, picking up merch and all that stuff, that I should pick another winner and bless somebody else with the mystery box that we were giving out. And I was like, I thought he was pulling my chain at first, and I was like, So I went and did a little research, and yeah, sure enough, it was him. And I was like, I've been trying to get your son to come out here, for this event this year. And he also said that he was trying to convince him to come. So we were hoping that that he, would come along with his parents. How can you say no to mom and dad, right? So
100%.
Yeah, so we're hoping that he'd be able to come. But I mean, even if he doesn't come, his parents are coming, and I think that's pretty cool. How cool is that? I mean, his parent, and again, didn't reach out to me, didn't ask me for tickets, didn't anything. Like, literally purchased tickets just like everyone else. Had no idea it was him. Ironic that I pulled his ticket to be the winner. And so yeah, he's coming out, and they're bringing some autographed jerseys and some footballs and stuff to give out to winners at the event, which is super cool, man. We got the parents of the players now, looking forward to the event and coming out and hanging out with Raider Nation. That says a lot to me, not only about the event, but just about what Raider Nation means to the players and even the family of the players. Like, they're coming out to party with us this weekend,
That's cool.
So super cool. And we partied, everyone I'm sure has met Vera, Max Crosby's mom and dad, Vera and Brian. Like, they kick it at the tailgates, and I think that's pretty awesome. So I mean, whether we get some special guest players, surprise visits. I even messaged Derek Carr and told him, if you want to show up, because he's back in Bakersfield now since he's retired. On his social media, they're out there in his yard playing with the kids and stuff. And I've been to their home and stuff, so I can recognize where he's at. And I just said, hey, if you want to come by now that you're retired and say hi to the Raider fans, you're more than welcome. We'll call it his retirement party.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be dope, right? So you never know. Yeah, you never know. Whoever shows up is welcome. But yeah, Jeremy Chin is our special guest Raider this year for this year's event. And again, we have a few alumni players coming out that you guys can interact with and all that. They'll have their own individual areas and sign autographs, take pictures at their own booth. So yeah, come out, have a lot of fun, meet a player or two, and party with Raider Nation. It's a lot of fun.
But that'd be cool as hell if DC actually showed up randomly. I do think no matter you love or dislike or whatever it may be, I know that place would absolutely explode if Derek Carr did roll through. And so that would be legit. And Coach, man, you're saying, will Tommy Eichenberg be there? With the Raider Nation summer kickoff track record, Tyree and Tommy Eichenberg both should show up, man. That's for damn sure. I mean, I know Severe would hope Tommy Eichenberg would be there because Severe is going to be there. And if Severe and Tommy Eichenberg get in the same building, you guys know, we don't know how that would go off. But no, man, hey, I appreciate it. So you still got maybe like 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, because I know it's a time crunch, man, but we do a little bit of a segment. I thought it'd be fun for you to do it with us. There's no right or wrong answer. It's a start 'em, bench 'em, cut 'em. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to set it up real quick. And I'll let you kind of know how we do it. But the chat, man, we do it all the time. We love it. We have a good time with it.
Okay. You know what? Now, before we start, if this is what I think it is, we might do something like this at the event. Maybe have you do one of those with the fans.
We could. We've done dozens of them, and we got some good ones to throw up there, man. It's fun, and so you'll see how it goes. Yeah, man. If you'll see how it goes on this run. If you like it, maybe we'll do it. We'll pop up there and do it because we got some people in the chat that like to cheat, like Jeff right here. He's already putting his answer out there, so we got cheaters in the chat, Lorenzo. Just so you know. But Jeff, we're holding you to it. So the way that works is 3 players going to pop up, and there's going to be a letter in front of each player. And you just got to basically put in order, whether it be A, B, C, C, A, B, who you would start, who you would bench, and who you would cut. And it's all in their prime. It's not on the back end of their career, front end, injured years, whatever. It's all in their prime at the top of their game. And so the chat.
805, real quick. Bart is asking about tickets. Can you give him the website one more time? He wants 2 VIP tickets.
VIP, yeah.
POP, hold it down.
So Bart, I think you go to Eventbrite. Go to Eventbrite, Raider Nation Summer Kickoff, and you can go on there and get tickets. I don't know. You can get all the tiered tickets on that Eventbrite, right, Lorenzo?
Yeah, it's Summer Kickoff 2025.eventbrite.com. It'll take you in, and you can choose what you want to do.
Yeah, Leo. Tell Jeff, take away the Dunkin' Donuts. 100%. Jeff, cheating the Raider way. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. I'm with you. So that's the way it works. All right, 3 players going to pop up with a letter in front. Start them, bench them, cut them, whatever order. We kind of let you think about it. I let the chat kind of roll through, and I kind of get their response, and then we'll rock through and kind of give our assessment on. Again, no wrong or right answer. We just have fun with it. And so, but in respect to the news, I did actually put a certain player in this one, and let's hope we don't cut him. But here we go. Start him, bench him, cut him. Our boy Derek Carr is up there. So you got Dak Prescott A, Derek Carr B. Then you got the boy down with the Falcons. We'll see how it works. His future works. But we got him at C, man. So chat, you know how it is. Start him, bench him, cut him. Chat, we'll see who's first. Let me know who you'd rock with. But to me, I felt like it would be hard to just figure out who you'd start and who you would bench. People might be cool with cutting one player, but starting and benching would be interesting. But Troy Gill, he got in first. You got BCA. You starting Carr, man. All right, you started out the comment section right. Starting Carr. And then you cutting Dak between these 3. That's interesting. Jeff, man, starting the Minnesota boy now down in Atlanta, and then you cutting Carr, man. You keep Dak, you cutting Carr.
I'm talking about SoCal. That's like
Daniel going CBA, Leo BAC. All right, we got Dixon in the building. Remember, you're only Dixon in my book. You're CBA, Myra's Cabinet, CAB, Daniel Kim. All right, BCA. All right, man. You starting Carr. Another start for Carr. Kenna, man, starting Carr. Talk about picking for the mid-8. Don't go there, but hey, you gotta give me your rankings, man. Daniel Raider A for ass across the board. Raider Dez BCA. All right, man. So see Lorenzo. We get a bunch of cheaters in the build, and they're trying to bench all 3. That's not how the game works. SoCal, you know the rules. Myra, your CBA. All right, let's go. Let's see. Bart's got another question. Are tickets only on Eventbrite for VIP?
Yeah, that way we can, like I said, VIP sells out really quick. So once it's sold out, we get a lot of people at the door saying, can I still get the VIP? Or they come in and they say, can we upgrade to the VIP? But it's already sold out by then. So yeah, I would say get it on Eventbrite ASAP.
Okay, perfect. Jeremy, you're starting Carr, you're benching Dak, you're cutting Kirk Cousins easily. Got it. All right. Okay, let's go. Jeff, see, more cheating. Cut all 3. All right, more cheating. Jake, your Cabinet. All right, your CAB. Leo, you're saying Cousins has the best agent in NFL history. Most money for doing that. I'm with you.
I mean,
Kirk Cousins has made his money.
There's a certain player
made a lot
not
of
too
money.
far. There's a certain player who's not too far behind him. They be throwing stones from no glass house now. They be throwing stones from no glass house, brother.
Man, BCA. Genslinger, what's going on, man? I appreciate you popping in with us. Your ACB, you're cutting Carr, man. All right, you cutting them. Rick y'all in the building. ACB, another cut for Carr. Starting Dak. I kind of go. I like to go back and just kind of see the overall consensus. I'm not seeing a lot of starts for. I'm not seeing a lot of starts for Dak, to be honest. He's either benching or being cut. But then you got all right, BCA, PMW. Okay. All right, man. Severe, I'll go to you first. Then Lorenzo, man, I'll go to you. Severe, man. Who you starting? Who you benching? Who you cutting?
Yeah, brother. Sorry to do it to him.
I know where this is going.
I mean, really, two of these guys are exactly the same person. Really, two of these guys are exactly the same person. It's just like one guy had better weapons, but they're the same guy. I'm going Dak. He's the only person on here with multiple playoff wins. Nobody else has even done that, right? I think Kirk has one. I think Carr would have got one at least if he not got hurt 2016. So I guess I'm keeping the ABC just solely based off 2016. Solely based off 2016, I'm edging Carr, but it was a difficult one. If he was still playing in the league, if Carr was still in the league, he hadn't retired, he might be last. Because he's out the league right now. He wore the silver and black. I'm going ABC.
You going C? All right, let's go. Lorenzo, I'll get to you just a second. Raider, why, man? Appreciate you popping in. Yeah, Cabinet, CAB, C Gabe, EC. Again, Lorenzo, more cheaters. They like to throw just letters out there. They don't agree with it. E for AOC. Lunatic, your Cabinet. All right, what's going on? Pop's in the building. Your Cabinet as well. Appreciate you rolling with us. All right, Lorenzo, what do you think? What you got on this one?
Well, I couldn't hear what Severe was saying, so I'm not sure if I'm repeating anything that he said, but we're talking about in their prime, right? At the top of their game?
Prime. Top of the game.
Okay, so if we're talking about 2016 Derek Carr,
yeah,
I'm starting Derek Carr for sure, 100%. We were there. I mean, that doesn't happen. We're in the Super Bowl, my opinion. But yeah, Derek Carr, I'm starting. Kirk Cousins, I've always liked Kirk Cousins. I think he's a talented quarterback, but I wouldn't start him. He's a good backup for me. So I would bench him. And Dak, I don't want to be rude, but
you can be in the war room. You can be.
Yeah, trash. So you gotta cut him, and don't you dare bring him to the Raiders. Tell you that.
Man, all right. So Billy Davis, your BAC. Let's see. Let's go. Jeremy Carr would have been in multiple Super Bowls, a winner with Andy Reid coaching staff. Stats aside, Andy Reid kind of turns a lot of quarterbacks into pretty good quarterbacks. So again, that's another piece of the puzzle, right? It's also about the coaching around you. It's about the weapons around you. Everything kind of has to fall together, especially for a quarterback. It's not all about just the talent of the quarterback and whether or not you're going to go to Super Bowl or win a Super Bowl, right? You got Joe Flacco, right? You got the Trent Dilfers of the world. It doesn't mean that you need to be best, but also it's just about the pieces, the weapons and coaching staff around you. And so that's definitely one thing to keep in mind when you just talk about quarterbacks. Myra benched Dak for his pregame dance. Myra, you just watch the hips too much, Myra. Yeah. Myra just watching the hips too much. Dre, you do have an idea, Dre. I know where you at. All right. So then, Chris, man, I'll throw it to you. What you got?
Yeah, so it is tough, but honestly, I think I can securely say Dak is starting. Just because that year that he balled out, I forgot what year it was. He had an insane amount of touchdowns.
3 years ago. He threw for 36 and 37
yards.
36 touchdowns. And like almost 5,000 yards.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's something crazy. Now, when it comes to the playoffs and all that, he crumbles, but we can't even talk playoffs with Derek. So I'm gonna keep him at starting. So benching. So here's where it gets tough, man. Here's where it gets tough because the sample size of Derek Carr's like good years, like that 2016. 2016 pre-injury Carr was pretty good. I will say he's pretty good.
It's like,
but
unblock
Cousins is like
Tyree,
more.
good. It's like,
Yeah.
it's
But like Cousins is more like
Leo.
consistent. But if
look
I
at
just
2016 car.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Repeat.
So if I just do just 2016 Carr, I'll slightly put him above Cousins. But again, just like Severe said, it's they're right on the same playing field. But to me, I think Dak in his best year is killing the other two by far. Not even
by
close.
far. All right,
Not even
close.
Almost 5,000 yards passing. I mean, that's
Well, I mean,
and 37.
Let me interject. If that year that you're referring to with Dak, what was the team that he had around him? Do you remember any of the players, like his receivers and all that?
Is that when he had?
I think that was pre. That was pre. CD.
What's the name?
Was that pre CD Lamb?
That's pre-CD.
Yeah, who was the old 88?
So they had Amari Cooper and they had the guy we just got rid of.
Dez Bryant, yeah.
Yeah, Dez. Yeah, didn't he have Dez?
Did he have?
So the reason why is going back to the point you made earlier with who's around him and whatnot. Derek Carr didn't really have a whole lot around him most of his career.
Amari Cooper was a Pro Bowler that year.
Yeah,
I don't think he really wanted to be there though, and I think I mean when you talk about Derek Carr in 2016.
Let's see.
As a quarterback, I think he made a lot of those players, who they were. He didn't have Devontae. He didn't have that,
And didn't he have arguably the best line that year?
He had a good line. He had a very good line.
Yeah. So
which
Cowboys
have always had good
actually
lines.
the line was second to Dallas's though.
I'm about to say like Dallas has had good lines too.
That year,
they have always had a huge front line.
Michael Gallup and Amari Cooper.
I don't know. I guess they're kind of neck and neck, but I think Derek Carr, for me personally,
Carr and Crabtree. Yeah, Carr and Crabtree. Didn't they have Jared Cook too?
And
Jared Cook, Carr, Crabtree. You had Marshawn Lynch in the backfield, right? Oh, no, that was 2016. No, that was Latavius Murray, right?
No, that was
Latavius Murray.
Latavius Murray, Jalen Richard, and DeAndre Washington.
DeAndre Washington. Was Michael Bush on that squad?
Michael Bush wasn't on that squad. No.
Was it Murray or was it Richard?
It was Murray, Richard, and DeAndre Washington.
Yeah. So I think Lorenzo can't hear Severe. So I think that's so Severe said DeAndre Washington, Jalen Richard,
and
it was a duo.
And Latavius Murray. So
and Jameez Olawale. No,
and Jameez Olawale, the fullback. Yeah, hey, he had some highlights.
Put some respect on that man's name.
So, all right. So let's do this though, and Carr had some talent around him. For myself, to be dead honest, if you take just that 2016 Carr, because I do think if Carr doesn't get hurt, I had faith that we were going to make a push for that Super Bowl. I had faith that we are going to potentially make a run. Again, it's tough to really know exactly if we're going to make it happen. So many things have to play out, but I definitely think that we had the tools to make a run. And so for myself, the way that I'm going to go, the way I'm going to kind of end it is I'm probably, again, just going off of 2016 Carr. I'm going to go BAC. I'm cutting Kirk Cousins. I'm getting rid of Kirk Cousins.
Sentimental.
Sentimental. And so that's kind of how I'm rocking it. But
he just doing it because he might see Carr at the summer kickoff.
Exactly.
Man.
He gonna be doing
no problem. He don't want no problem because he run into Carr at the kickoff.
Because if Lorenzo gets a hold of him, Lorenzo gonna be like, hey, some guy did want to start you. I'm just letting you know. I'll let you meet him.
That guy over there said he was gonna cut you, Derek.
805 playing the game, man. 805 is playing the game. I ain't mad.
No, I mean, let me ask you this. Going back to that, Super Bowl run that we could have maybe went on. I mean, were any of you guys at that game? Were any of you there when that actually happened?
No.
When he got hurt?
Yeah, against the Colts.
Nah, I wasn't. No.
So I was at the game, man, and I got to tell you, just I guess I'll just share this. Like when that happened, we were in the black hole, and the whole stadium just went quiet, right? And I remember right before that happened, I think I was sitting with I'm not sure if it was Thomas Grim Raider. I think it was him. But I remember asking him, it's already like the start of the fourth quarter. We got a comfortable lead. And I'm like, oh, they're gonna sit him. They're gonna sit him out now. We don't really need him to play. Save him for the playoffs, right? We already clinched the playoff spot, and the very next snap, like the next play, they bring him in, and I'm like, why are they playing him? And then he hikes the ball, and that happens, and that whole stadium, you could feel the whole energy just drained out of that stadium. Like instantly, we knew, and then you could hear him screaming, that his leg or his ankle was broke. You could hear him, and I think at that moment we knew what we lost, and we were still hopeful with Matt McGloin, right, against the Texans. But how do you lose to the Texans in 2016?
Who was hopeful? I know I wasn't hopeful.
Matt McGloin got hurt too.
As Raider fans, we tried to be. I even threw a playoff.
Yeah,
Matt
party.
McGloin got hurt. Connor Cook started.
Matt McGloin did get hurt. And
Connor Cook
I secretly was a Matt McGloin fan
to make his first start in the playoffs.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that happened. I don't know why they left him in there. But when that happened, it's like with Derek Carr, we don't lose to the Texans.
That's true. That's true. That is true.
I think so.
And I think we even had a first round bye, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, we played them in the wild card.
The very next.
Yeah.
Because I remember having a very short time to plan this playoff party because we finally made it to the playoffs in 2016, But yeah, man, that's the only reason I stick with Carr. I know after that, after the injury, different coaching changes year after year, all that good stuff. I know he wasn't the same quarterback, but I always remember that. And if you have, as a Raider fan, if you have any good memories, for me, those were some of the best ones. So, I'm grateful to Derek Carr for always kind of keeping us in the game. The comeback, guy, all that stuff. He made Raider football really exciting after 12, 13 years of just not fun football. So,
I'm with you. We're going to go back up to the big screen, man. I'm with you. And at the end of the day, I think a lot of talk of whether or not if Carr came back and signed a 1 year or a one day contract and retired a Raider, cool. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, he was there. He was always there. And, he had some good runs. Some people may not like his play 100%, but at the end of the day, man, he rocked out with the silver and black. And if you can say Marshawn Lynch can retire a Raider, Carr can retire a Raider. That's all I got to say. So,
definitely.
But man, Lorenzo, hey, I appreciate you rocking with us, man. I'm happy you got to do the stint with us. That little start 'em, bench 'em, cut 'em. Let me know how you thought that went. Maybe we can do it at the event if you want to. We can definitely set something up if you want to. But last but not least, let everybody know what you do during the season, because I think you do something for the LA game, right? The first Charger game or the Charger game at SoFi. Just let everybody know what you do so they can kind of look out for that as well.
Yeah, for sure. So I've done like the home opener parties in Oakland, moving to Vegas. We did a few in Vegas, brought out Too Short 1 year. Oh no, that was for the Raiders Chargers win to get in game when Derek Carr did the timeout, took him out, right? But I've done several, not just here in Bakersfield, but everywhere the Raiders play. And last year we did the Raider Nation takeover for the Raiders Chargers game. It was our season opener. It wasn't our home opener technically, but it was in LA, so it was our home opener, right? So we did that party the night before. That was a huge success. A lot of people came out, a lot of fun at the Hollywood Park Casino, and they've actually reached out to me again, wanting me to bring that event back again this year and every year actually. So we're just waiting for the schedule tomorrow. Fingers crossed that we're not playing the Chargers in Brazil. Is that where it is? Brazil?
No, they already said it's the Chiefs, so we're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man, now I can't throw a party. I'm not going to another country. But so definitely once the schedule's announced tomorrow, I'll be announcing that date for the Raider Nation takeover in Los Angeles or Inglewood, to be more specific. Also, the home opener party in Vegas. That all depends on if we're week 1 home opener or week 3 home opener. And I'll tell you the difference. Week 1 home opener in Vegas, let's go. week 3 home opener in Vegas where we're 0-2 already.
Yeah, it hits different. It hits different.
So much. And I've done both, and you know the latter of the two is kind of difficult, right? We're already losing the first 2 games, so depending on that schedule too, I'll be announcing home opener party and the Raider Nation takeover party. And then if you're in the Southern California area or Central Valley here in California, I'm doing a party bus for the Raider Cowboy game from Bakersfield. So it's a 50 passenger bus. The price per person right now is $450 per person. It may seem like a lot, but it's really not when you look at everything that's included in the package. You'll get the round trip transportation on the bus, so you're saving fuel. We're going to be doing prizes, giveaways, you know, drinks and all that on the bus. And then we'll be going the night before, or I'm sorry, the morning before. So if it's a Sunday night game, which I'm predicting will be a Sunday night game, that's a primetime game for sure, those 2 teams. We'd go up Saturday morning, check into the hotel, so your hotel stay is included. And then Saturday you can, you know, partake in one of the festivities that are out there, whether it's eye candy at Mandalay Bay or wherever, or just do Vegas, and wake up Sunday and then come over to our tailgate. And then after the game, we'll be driving back. So your hotel stays included, and travel and all the food and drink at the tailgate. Ticket to the game is not included. Okay. So I get that question. People, is the ticket included? I'm like, bro, do you know how expensive the tickets are at Allegiant Stadium? And then for that game, like, it's going to be $400 for the ticket alone.
You just looking at the stadium from outside for $450.
And that's the other thing. I tell people, look, if the ticket's too expensive, I totally get it, but you can still come on the bus. You can still tailgate with us, and you can, you know, they got whiskey right across the street, right? Yep. All the screens, and just watch the game there. I've done that a couple of times. I didn't even go inside the stadium. I just wanted to tailgate with everyone and have a blast with Raider Nation. So that's an option also. You don't necessarily have to have a ticket to the game for this party bus. But anyways, those are the 3 things that I got coming up so far for this season. So, you know, everyone's welcome. You know, we don't care, you know, clubs. We don't do the clubs or the city or this and that. You're a Raider fan, you're welcome. For sure.
Yeah, man, because I know last year, I think Chris and Severe, you guys went to SoFi, right?
Yeah. I went to SoFi twice last year.
Yeah, you went to SoFi twice, so you guys were at SoFi. You guys were rocked out, man. That I heard stories of what went down. Not just how hot it was, but I heard stories about that. And so you doing it again, Lorenzo, man, that's awesome. Anun has one question. So for the event, can you use a digital copy of the ticket to get in?
Yeah. So Eventbrite, and this is why we use Eventbrite. It's pretty easy for us to manage on our end. You can download the tickets on your phone, and with our phone, we just scan that scan code, and it'll light up green. That means it's a good ticket. If it's red, that means it's been used already. So that's easy for us. Or you can print out a physical ticket, and we'll scan that as you come in also. So there's 2 options there. It's really easy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Parkway Tavern, Leo, in Vegas, man. It was legit. It's all rated out. That we could probably put that together. So cool, man. Hey, well, I appreciate it. If people can reach out to you on IG and stuff like that, or you, I know you do updates. You're probably going to be doing a couple more updates leading up to the event. Right. But on Raiders Crusaders, right? That's your IG?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Raider Crusaders. You can follow us on Instagram. We focus more on Instagram. Facebook is kind of like my own personal page. But yeah, everyone, it's public. You can follow us on Instagram. All the updates. I update those things that page pretty often, because we just have updates almost every day with this thing. And also, before I go, originally this event was going to take place at the Sam Lynn ballpark. So for those of you that are out there and haven't heard of the update, we are moving it from an outdoor venue to an indoor venue now. It's started to get hot out here, and I have an opportunity to, I think we were like 10 days out, and I made a decision, like, let's go ahead and move it indoors just so that we don't chance it and everybody could be a lot more comfortable. So for those of you that have already printed your ticket out or haven't heard of the update with the venue change, it's at the Iron Lily Event Center now, and it's no longer at Sam Lynn Ballpark. So just a quick update.
I have one quick question when it comes to the parking there. So is there going to be like plenty of parking? How does the parking work for people that are rolling up? Because I know obviously like we're going to get there a little bit earlier. probably have parking, but what's the parking look like? Just park at the facility?
So there's parking lots on both sides. However, one side we are fencing off to use for our outdoor kid area and the carnival games. The other side is a full parking lot. It is significantly smaller. The venue does charge for parking, so it is paid parking, but the comfort is that there is security out there and will, make sure your vehicles are fine. But there is also off the street parking, like public parking up and down. Okay. And there should be plenty enough parking for people.
Got it. Okay. And so would you suggest if people, obviously, if they can, kind of Uber or Lyft their way to the event?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, if you can get a lift and get dropped off, I would suggest doing that. I know a lot of people coming in are staying at the DoubleTree Hotel. They offer a discount rate of $129 per night at the DoubleTree. They're almost sold out. I spoke with her this afternoon. And then I believe you guys are staying at the Clarion.
Well, we're gonna be at the La Quinta right underneath, but we're gonna be at the Clarion most likely afterwards and just chill out with everybody.
Gotcha.
So do you know, are there a lot of people going to that DoubleTree, or at least staying at the DoubleTree?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. That hotel is a hotel that we've used in the past, so everybody's familiar with it. But yeah, we can make the announcement if people want to go to the Clarion and hang out afterwards. They're more than welcome. And the Clarion and the DoubleTree are in the same vicinity as far as
they're kind of close to each other.
Yeah, so they're not far from each other.
I just picked the Clarion because food's open till 12 and bars open till 2, and so we'll have a little bit of fun over there. But we'll talk more at the event, man, and chop it up, man, because we'll be there early, and so we're gonna be there, rocking out. We appreciate you, putting this thing together, and I do think it's important for just the Raider fan base to see this, especially the Raider players showing up, and man, it's gonna be a good time. Can't wait, but we appreciate everything you're doing because. Trust me, I've put on not events like this, but enough to where you definitely put some work into it. So it's we definitely appreciate it, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It means a lot. And I look forward to seeing everybody out there. So till then, God bless. And as always, go Raiders.
Appreciate you, man.
See ya.
All right, we back at it. All right, man. Cool. All right. So yeah, we appreciate Lorenzo coming through, man. Anybody, let us know if you rocking with us out there. It's going to be fun. We got a handful of people coming with me from the Vegas area. We know we're going to be there. You're going to see our sign, Raider War Room up there. Just be able to put some names and faces. So it's going to be a good time. So, all right. Before we get into it, appreciate everybody rocking with us. As you know, you're in the Raider War Room. You got Chris, Protect Show Podcast, as well as The Severe Raider. Severe, man, appreciate you rocking with us, pulling up right before Lorenzo pulled up. Sure. But at the same time, I'm 805 Raider, RealTalk Raider Nation. We appreciate you guys. We're going to go live tomorrow night, too, just to kind of give you our takes on the schedule, because tomorrow is the schedule release. And so it's going to be fun seeing all the leaks kind of go out about the schedule. But, man, Severe, I know you popped in, but we had to get Leo on Lorenzo on here.
Nah,
what's going on? How you feeling, brother?
Man, good. Ready, ready for this event. Interesting. Gonna see the bull ride is gonna be very, very interesting. You slapped some gray sweatpants on that bull. Myra might set a world record. She might set a world record.
Getting out of hand.
We gotta get Guinness out there for that.
This is getting out of hand. Jesus.
Man, but yeah, man. It's
Look at Myra. Myra knows. Myra knows. She's in the building. And so, yeah, look, Anoon, you're at the DoubleTree. Good work. I'm surprised to hear Lorenzo say 129, man, because I called the other day, bro. They gave me a rate of like 460. Maybe I was talking to the wrong person.
It was getting them tariff prices.
It was straight up. I actually, it was so funny. And we're gonna get to it. We're gonna talk about the transactions that we did over the weekend real quick. But I called and I was like, there's a discount code of the Raider Nation Summer Kickoff. I'm just looking at the rate for that hotel, and she straight up gave me $460 for Saturday night. And I had to just be like, wait a second, I called the Bakersfield location, right? Like you ain't telling me there's a hotel $460 in Bakersfield. You out your mind? And she stood on it. She said, no, it's $460 for that night. I'm like, you out your damn mind. So 129. 120 is a shock to me, but we still got a good deal. We're all right.
She's gonna meet you. She's gonna meet you in the parking lot for the payment. Like, hey, get the 460. I'll take it right here in cash. I'll take it in cash right here.
Just give me $250 right now, and then go inside and see the guy up front. He'll take care of the rest.
Man, so I think who was it? I think when you're saying have to talk to the desk people, man, I thought I was talking to the desk people, but apparently not. Don't encourage the sweatpants, Leo. Don't encourage it. And so you got 180. Myra, you 180 at the Marriott. Hey, we got look at Leo. Leo, he's got 69 Motel 6. Hey, we got a good. We're at the La Quinta Inn. We got a good rate. We're good. All right, we're just gonna be laying our heads down. That's all we're doing. That's fine. I know, Anu, trust me, and I don't need none of that. So I'm not staying at the DoubleTree. But I didn't know the DoubleTree was 129. But we'll chop it up. We'll just see kind of where, like, we're going to be at the Clarion because I did call the DoubleTree and their bar closes down at like 10 p.m. So we're going to rock in with really nothing going on, and I don't know how much you can party in the lobby. But the Clarion Hotel has a bar open till 2 with a big restaurant attached. We're going to rock out there for a little bit. So, all right. So let's do this real quick. I know we're already hitting damn near an hour and a half, but we're going to talk a little bit about the transactions over the past weekend real quick. I'm not sure if you guys had a little bit of time to look into some of these guys that we brought on. I'm definitely going to bring up each and every one of them. We'll talk about it real briefly, but let's talk real quick about the guys that we actually released, that we waived or released. You got Dominique Boyd down at the bottom. Amari Burney is out the room. Matthew Butler's gone. Tyreek McAllister as well as Brandon Smith. We waived those players, and so there is a chance that we might see them come back as we shuffle through some of these players. But the one player we did release is Christian Wilkerson. He's gone, which means he's free to sign wherever he wants. So, Severe, man, I'll throw it to you first. We got Dominique Boyd. What's your thoughts on Amari Burney? And chat, let me know between the players that have been waived and released, who are you more shocked about? But what's your thoughts on Amari Burney getting released, knowing that this linebacker room is a little slim?
Yeah, man, this linebacker room is extremely slim, and like I don't know how, man. I told Chris, man, Tom Yackenberg better be out there looking like a young Zach Thomas. He better be out there looking like Luke, like not even Luke, the actual Luke Kuechly, like the Luke Kuechly that Chris thought was Luke Kuechly, like the diminished version, right? That's what I he better be on that type of time, because like why is he still here? Like I don't understand. Like even last year, right, when they came down to like who was going to get some actual playing time, actual games, it seemed like the coaching staff, last year they went more toward Amari Burney. Now I know we have a different linebackers coach. I know it's John Glenn, whatever his name is. So maybe he has a little bit of a different philosophy. But you would think that with PG returning, he would have a little bit more trust in Amari Burney. So with an already very thin linebacking core, like we're replacing Amari Burney with Jalen Smith, who spent last year out of the league, and like Scott Steiner, is that Scott Steiner's brother? Like Wesley Steiner? Is he one of the Steiner brothers? Like, hey,
I got some notes on that
like
kid.
He better be using what they was using. He better be using what they was using. So this is wild, man. And then Matthew Butler doesn't surprise me. Tyreek, like nobody else on that list surprised me. But yes, Amari Burney definitely does surprise. I don't even know who Dominique Boyd was. I'm sorry, brother.
I can't play. No, I'm with you. We're going to get to the players that we signed, but Chris, man, any thoughts on the players that we waived and released? Because Chino is struggling with getting rid of the legend McAllister. He's struggling with it.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I like McAllister. I wanted him to hang around, honestly. Like I'd rather him. Because I think his real position is a running back. So like, I would rather have him in there than some of them other guys. But
should even Dylan Labe at this point.
Yeah, you know, and Amari Burney, like I tried to kind of, you know, get, you know, kind of support him, but everybody knows, like when I first saw him, like he was the first guy I really pointed out in that preseason game that I knew he wasn't gonna make the cut. He was way too soft, way too soft, was running away from contact. Like I didn't like what I saw from him right away. I think me and Rundown was on live together and we watched it and I was like, nah, that ain't it. I don't want that out of my linebacker. So Matthew Butler was never really big on him. You know, I believe we probably should have kept Neil Farrell over him. But yeah, so Matthew Butler, I'm not really tripping about that. Dominic Boyd, don't know much about him, but 6'3", 309 tackle. I mean, I know measurables aren't everything, but no, that's nothing that's like to write home about. Brandon Smith, I'm not even really too sure who that is. So yeah, I'm not really tripping about none of them. You know, I'm good to go, and I think that you know, we you know, once some of these cuts come from other teams, you know, we can bring some other guys in here to compete.
Yeah, with you, Coach Gravy in the building. What's going on, man? Guys, make sure you guys go support Coach Gravy and the Raider Nation live crew. You know what I'm saying? They go live throughout the week. Make sure you guys go show some support over there. But Gravy, I appreciate you rocking with us. And Raider Dave, what's going on? Yeah, I heard Coach Gravy on the live before, and he was telling Leo, they were talking about Derek Carr's retirement, and he said, print him out a Carr jersey with an upside down forward, and he'll rock it out.
That's wild.
So here's my thing. Quick overview. You guys kind of said it. Dominic Boyd, not surprising. Amari Burney. Look, I'm a Florida fan, so I watched Amari Burney. I always thought that he could potentially come in and be a good special teamer, but not necessarily starting linebacker. And so not surprising that he got cut, especially given the fact that we're going to talk about Jalen Smith, that news. But we got Cody Lindenberg, and I'm not going to do that to him, in the 7th. And so we were going to let a linebacker go, and there's a lot of hype about Amari Gaynor kind of growing a little bit and him competing. So not surprised. Matthew Butler, we picked up two D tackles in the draft. We got to let go of one. Not surprised, Matthew Butler. Shit, we actually picked up two. We had Leaky Tassi as well as the other free agent we picked up, the big boy.
Nicky for two.
We brought in a ton of interior defensive linemen, so Matthew Butler, not surprising. Tyson McAllister, because he is labeled a receiver, not surprised he's out the building. Severe to your point, I don't even know who Brandon Smith was. And Christian Wilkerson, we brought in a bunch of receivers, so you're out the building. Not surprising.
And thing with Wilkerson was like AOC's guy, so the fact that they moved on from him, just another sign that AOC is I don't think he's gonna be part of the plan.
Yeah, right, exactly. And Lucky's a straight giant. Yes, he is, without question. So let's talk about the undrafted or the signings that we had over this past weekend. As soon as rookie minicamp was done, man, the Raiders went to work a little bit, released a bunch of players, waived a bunch of players, and now we got some players in the building. And so we'll kind of start from the top. We got Jafari Harvey, and I'm going to kind of go to some of it, just his measurables. 6'4", 252 out of SMU. I got some stats on this.
He works at a saloon.
Oh, shit. I got some stats. I don't know if you guys did a little bit of work, research on him, but look, started all 14 games last year. Had 31 tackles, 15 solo, 7.5 sacks, 12 tackles for loss, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery. And so not bad stats for, 14 games started, 31 tackles as an edge rusher, 31 tackles, 15 solo, 7.5 sacks. That's not bad. And so do you guys have anything on him? I got some feedback on him. I watched his tape a little bit. So, Chris, I'll throw it to you first. Any feedback on this kid?
Yeah, just a little bit. I always like watching edge rushers and stuff like that. He's a guy that gets after it. I mean, I think nothing really popped out, but he's a guy that I think again we need someone to kind of be our new Chason, a guy that's gonna, push what's his name, Snowden, and and I hope Ja can do that as well. But and anytime you get a defensive end that that can get after it, you always bring them in and just let them fight it out, man. Let them fight it out, and whoever when the dust settles, whoever's there, gets a spot. So I'm good with it.
Yeah, and Leo, you're saying, do you think that Monster Ooze they signed for international player can transition to the NFL play? We kind of covered it on the last live that we did. I think shit a week from today, and he's a monster. He's athletic as hell, but defense line has a lot to do with technique, right? A lot to do with pad level, a lot to do with handwork, understanding how the offensive lineman is going to try to block you. You get a lot of double teams. And really, how do those offensive linemen transition off you? Like, which lineman releases to the second level? And how, as a defensive lineman, do you kind of rotate your body into that offensive lineman to kind of combat, whether it be a power scheme or a zone scheme? So there's a lot of technique and a lot of reading that has to be done as a defensive tackle, even though you're big, right? If you're big, that's great. But so hopefully, Robbie Leonard, one of the better defensive lineman coaches in the league, hopefully he can get something out. But without question, man, he's athletic, he's a monster, and so he can, with some good coaching, maybe find himself as a force in the middle. Look, if he just gets like 5 plays a game just on 4th and 1s and finds himself a role, maybe we can develop him. And the good thing is he's an extra roster spot, which is good. You know what I'm saying? He's an extra roster spot, so that's pretty good. You guys got anything to add to that for Leo?
Yeah, for me, I think he will eventually, but I mean, I think we have to, have realistic expectations. I mean, he's going to be a dog. He's definitely going to be a dog up front, but it is a different mentality. I think, he's, like you said, he's got to learn some of the technique stuff, but getting a big man like that just, I mean, if we could just get him to just go forward and just clog up something, just getting some people, just be a disruption. That's really all. Like, I think he can do that right away. But as far as like being able to put it all together and have different moves and stuff like that, and kind of dissect and understand what people are going to try to do against him, that may take a while. But as far as like, hey, big fella, just cause a disruption, I think he could do that.
Yeah. Severe, I do have one last thing to add, but Severe, anything on that?
Yeah, man, just that dude, he has all of the athletic requisites to become a very disruptive player. I was watching some more of his highlights, and this dude was like, I think he took a few to the like, but nobody wanted to get in his way. Like, once he got hit his thing, nobody wanted to get in his way. So
business decisions. That's what.
That's a business decision.
Especially when you ain't got no pads on. It's a little whole different story. So, but that dude, like once that dude gets moving in one direction, he's a force to be reckoned with.
Bro, in rugby, and all you can do is hit him in the legs, and you see those tree trunks coming.
Yeah,
it's like,
that's another thing. Yeah,
got it.
Like, and they list his weight, but the dude, it's not like he's like some sloppy guy. Like he's put together.
He's all thighs.
He's put together like a guy you want on your team. So
right? On your side at least.
Exactly. On your side of on the defensive side at least. So now I think he can develop, man. And like you said, just the fact that he's that pathway player doesn't count against the 53. I think that's ideal. Give him some time to get adjusted to the league, and let these coaches, man, like let Robbie Leonard work some magic with him. Like, let him put him in a room next to Adam Butler and say, like, man, like, this is the guy you want to learn from. Let him look at Tyrese. Like, that's what you don't want to do. Like, like he gets the best of both worlds there. So I think he's in an ideal situation.
Had to do
it. Hey, salute the Jen Slinger. I was getting ready to say that. Like, we can have our own version of the push tush or the tush push or whatever. But imagine having, like, on the goal line, having what's his name? Having Pegues at fullback and having big fella at running back. Because the thing is, big fella's used to at least carrying the rock.
He used to carrying it.
Yeah. So like, get like on the goal line and put Pegues in there blocking for him.
Oh,
couldn't be me. Couldn't be me at linebacker on the ISO block. Couldn't be me.
Let's hope Tommy Eichenberg ain't out there.
Yeah, the only hope is Tommy Eichenberg. That's it.
That's it. That is it. Oh man, Ginslinger, I saw your comment before about the hot dog water. You're lucky I put your comment up. That's all I gotta say. Damn it, Ginslinger. Never gonna live it down. I appreciate you. Yeah. The only thing I'll say on that, and then Severe, I'll get your take on Jafari Harvey is look, he's new to the game. And so, especially at any high level of playing this game, right? And you could have played youth football, you could play a little bit back in his day, but there have been other players that have played years upon years of football, even at the college level, that are his same size and they don't work out. So, don't want to get my hopes up. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot that goes into this game, and so, but if he can pull some things together. And be a short yardage type of guy, that'd be great. It'd be awesome to see because he is a massive human being. But man, there's people the same size that have played this game for half their goddamn life and still don't make it, for whatever reason. So we'll see. That's why I'm gonna be glued to the TV, or I'm gonna go to the game and I'm going to watch preseason because I want to watch this kid play without question. Especially if there's an open practice. If they hold another open practice, I'm gonna come watch this kid in person and really see how he works. Right. So, Severe, man, Jafari Harvey, any thoughts on this kid? In chat, let me know too.
I mean, he's a guy that, I think he went to Miami first before transferring to SMU. SMU was, over the past few years, they've been putting together a nice program. They've been kind of ever since the death penalty, they've kind of been out of sight, out of mind. But the last few years, they've been putting together some. I don't know if they still paying people like they used to. Well, now it's legal, but yeah. So I mean, he's had some solid production. You look at the measurables, 6'4", 252. Like that's ideal size right there. I don't know what kind of arm length he has or what size his hands are or anything like that. But just have more bodies out there, man, for competition. And we know those guys from Florida. Like they're all a little bit crazy, man. They're all a little bit, outside of Amari and Teddy Bridgewater are the only like well-adjusted guys. Like everybody else, you got even Ray Lewis had a screw loose, right? Then you got Damon Arnett, and that's a whole nother story. Antonio Brown, like all those dudes is they different. They different down there. So he got some dog in him. So hopefully he can come in here. If nothing else, just push the people in front of him.
Man, yeah. No, I'm with you. I'll give him my take in a second. But Jeremy, I did not see Crosby possibly say that about Tyree. That's crazy work if he did. Saying that Tyree lacks the drive and dedication to meet his potential. I'd be shocked if he said something like that, but put it in the chat what interview that was, because I'd be curious. Rundown, what's going on, man? Appreciate you rocking, guys. Make sure you guys go hit up Rundown as well. Go show some support over there. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, right. Today with the car talk. Yeah, we're either making people happy or pissing people off over here, Rundown. That's how we do it in the war room. So real quick. Jeremy saying it wasn't direct. I was trying to find.
I think I remember the quote. I think I remember the quote he's talking about.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it'd be crazy work if he did.
Yeah. Honestly, I think he did. So I don't think he said it like that directly, but I think it was like kind of insinuating. I think if I remember right, he was talking about other guys that was in the room in the DB or in the defensive end room, and I think he did say something like, if he did X, Y, and Z, he could reach his full potential, but kind of insinuating that he hasn't been doing it.
I got you.
I remember that.
Cool, Kev. What's going on? Okay, so I'll give you my quick take on this kid. Just watching his game film, right? Here, look, I looked at his stats, right? And then stats just tell one part of the story. So I go back and I try to watch as much of his film as I could. Wasn't a whole lot. I'm trying to do it while I'm working, so. But as I'm watching his game film, he's athletic. He's athletic as hell. He's got good bend around the edge. He does get caught up a few times. He gets caught up a little bit. I don't know if he has multiple moves in his arsenal, but he's athletic enough to where if he catches a tackle off his balance, he can beat him. He's shown it. He will chase the quarterback down. He's athletic enough at 6'4", 250 plus to get to the sideline. He will chase you down without question. Again, doesn't seem like he has multiple moves in his bag, but again, he's got that athleticism to beat blockers. Here's my thing. I don't know why he went undrafted. I don't know why he wasn't necessarily picked up as an undrafted free agent right out the box. I'm wondering if there's some off-field issues. I'm wondering if there's something that held him from getting either drafted, because just watching his game film, I'm looking and going, shit, he could have been a 7th rounder. And I'm actually shocked he didn't get picked up right away as an undrafted free agent. So I got to do a little more research to just to see, is there a reason why no one took a shot on him? Again, maybe he had an injury that we don't know about, or something lingering. So, but the kid looks like I'll be excited to watch him on the field and see kind of how he competes. So again, because we lack the depth in this edge rushing room, John Joyner's got a damn good shot. I know I mentioned another guy, I think it was last week, of the undrafted free agents, that he's the Baylor kid, you move him down to an edge, maybe he can compete.
Matt Jones.
Matt Jones. So I think there's another kid that can compete for a depth position. And he's got the athleticism to go get somebody, so he could be a special teams guy, because these undrafted free agents, that's kind of where they need to find themselves a spot, not only as a rotational piece, but definitely find yourself serviceable on special teams. So let's see. Next up, let's go to the next one. Ketron Jackson, 6'3", 205 pounds, out of Baylor. I did a little bit of research on this kid, but Severe, I'll throw it to you first this time, man. Any thoughts on this kid? Chat, let us know what you think if you've done some research on this kid, Ketron Jackson.
Now, I haven't got a chance to watch him as of yet, but he fits the theme that's been kind of going along with the theme of the guys we've been picking up at wide receiver throughout this offseason. And if you look at the height right there, it follows suit. All those guys for the most part have been 6'2" plus outside of Kyle Phillips. I think he's 5'11", but other than that, just about everybody else has been like 6'2" plus. So like obviously we want size at wide receiver, which we talk about Aiden O'Connell. There might be some writing on the wall for somebody else.
Chris, I got some opinion on it. But before we do, hold on. There was Red Rundown, man. You got something popping on Friday? All right, man. Make sure you guys pull up. Check out what he's got cooking up over there. Don't you disappoint, Rundown. That's all I'm saying. Don't you disappoint. You tap in on that Friday night. It's family Friday night for me, but I'll check in with you for sure. Daniel Kim saying Crosby hasn't said anything about Tyree in a long time. Never mentions him. That speaks volumes. You could be right, man. You could be right. Yeah, because you're only going to talk positive, really, about a bunch of teammates for the most part. If there's something negative, you kind of keep it behind closed doors. So I'm with you on that. Chris, any thoughts on Ketron Jackson?
Yeah, doesn't really have too much production, when you look at his kind of numbers and stuff like that. But everything that I've been seeing is, just his size and speed combination. So we've seen a lot of that. So I think when you get a guy like that, it's just you feel like he has some kind of untapped potential. So another guy just to bring into camp, kind of see what his skill set is, see if he is going to be moldable, see if he's coachable, and just kind of run with it. But I think ultimately we're trying to get some big guys that can run for a receiver. So the little fun size receiver days are going. So, like the Trey Tuckers of the world and DJ Turners and all of them, it's tough for them, man. So we got some grown men out here now. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, yeah, the measurables meet exactly what we're trying to bring in. Kevin Lurker, what's happening, man? Appreciate you rocking with us. No, you ain't late. You ain't late. You on time. Even though we've been rocking for almost 2 hours. You on time. Don't worry about it. TN, what's going on? Andrew Carter. Yeah, he's a guy that can. He's just got to basically earn his role, right? I mean, that's it, right? Good competition piece. We'll see how it kind of plays out in preseason. What's up, Raquel? So here's my thing. Watching, again, a little bit of game film, I think he's got the speed to beat the coverage on top. I do think if you got a man-to-man situation, being 6'3", I think he's got the speed to kind of get there, take the top off a little bit. But, man, if you watch him catch the ball, that's where I can see why he probably has dropped, right? His stats aren't great, right? I think he only had like 26 catches or something like that and 200-something yards. I think he averaged maybe it was a little bit more than that, because I think he averaged like 21 yards a catch or something like that. His average was crazy. But man, if you go watch him catch the ball, it's not natural. There's nothing natural of him catching the football. He grabs at it. And so to me, again, if I watch him more, I could probably see that he probably has a lot of drop balls. He probably isn't very consistent with catching it. So again, yeah, you go watch him, man. He just anything that's a perfect ball over the shoulder, he doesn't just bring it in. He doesn't allow it to just kind of get into his hands and brings it to his body. He basically tries to snag at it. And when you do that, you're just not a natural catcher of the football. And so I think that's probably why he basically went undrafted and didn't get snagged as an undrafted free agent right out the box. Again, I don't know how he works in zone. I got to watch it more. But again, we'll see. Again, he'll compete. I don't see him making the squad based on what we already have on this roster, but we'll see how he competes. And yes, we will not forget about Sweet Feet, Taylor Mumford at receiver. We'll never forget it. I'm with you, man. Ketron Jackson will not start over there Mumford as that X receiver. I'm with you. Jeremy, I like Turner. I thought they would have kept him and moved on from Tucker. DJ Turner, yeah, but again, it's like that mold, right? We're starting to see taller receivers even in the slot position. And so I guess they're just going a different route, a different way. No wonder Tyree's in potential way you bash the kid. Oh man, God damn it. Lunatic. I'm gonna have 4 hours of this, Lunatic, huh? On the ride to Bakersfield. I'm gonna be sitting through 4 hours of this, man. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be fun. All right, so there's 3 others, but let's get to the help of the linebacker room. Jalen Smith. We bring in Jalen Smith, 6'2", 240 pounds, second stint with the Raiders, didn't play last year. I think, Chris, I threw to you first last time, I think. So, Severe, what's your thoughts on Jalen Smith? We'll sit back. I know you got a lot to say. You already tried to get in on it. Let the chat know how you feel. Chat, let us know what you think about Jalen Smith. Is he better than Tommy Eichenberg? That's the big question. Severe, what's your thoughts?
It's sad. I don't know. I don't know. And it's sad, man. He's spent all last year out of football. We all know how, he's a guy's he's like the poster child for this why kids sit out these championship games or these bowl games that don't mean anything. He is the reason why, because he was supposed to be a generational player at the position, at everything you wanted at the position. Destroyed his knee destroyed his knee.
Oh, yeah.
It's a testament that he's even like playing in the league.
That's fact.
So, like to do like your story, but you see, last stint he played with. It's not like our linebacker core at that time was like gangbusters, and he put up 2 solo tackles. So, outside of veteran leadership for a mostly young unit, outside, I guess we got a Landon, we got Devin White. It's another veteran voice there. I think he can provide that, but I don't have high hopes. I'm not even sure he'll make the team, and if he does make the team, I don't have high hopes of him making much of an impact.
Yeah, and it was Kevin Lurker. I would love for Jalen to resurrect his career, given the fact that there are so many damn question marks in this linebacker room. We need someone to step their ass up in some way or some form or fashion. So I'm with you. Hopefully he does, just for that sake. But Chris, man, what's your thoughts? Jalen Smith.
Yeah, same thing, man. He's a guy that I really liked coming out of college. He's a guy that, hopefully can bring some kind of competition, just a veteran that is trying to get after it, still feels like he has something to prove. Someone that's going to work hard in camp and stuff like that. Do I think he's going to move the needle anyway? Not really, but I think he is going to be a guy that's probably good in the linebacker room. Someone that's going to take, special teams very seriously. Someone that some of these young linebackers can at least look at and understand kind of how to do it. His body may have failed him at this point just because of the injuries, but he may be a guy that can help, Amari Gaynor, take it to the next level, or, some of our young guys take it to the next level. So we'll see. I hope he I hope he can get it together. Cause like I said, coming out of college, that was a guy that I wanted bad because that dude can play. So just unfortunate, those injuries happen.
Yeah, and Leo, man, it would be crazy if Jalen makes team and Devin White doesn't. That would be crazy work.
That ain't gonna happen, man. Calm down.
Just because you like Notre Dame, Leo. Just because you like Notre Dame, you think
when Devin start playing, I don't want to hear nobody say, "Oh, I told you something." No, I'm on this hill by myself. I don't want nobody coming on my hill later, like people tried to on a Jacorian Bennett. I'm on this hill by myself. And Devin balls out, I remind you guys every week.
I'm not gonna have to say when Devin starts playing. I'm not gonna have to say I told you so. You're gonna come to us and be like, you know what?
Oh, I'm gonna make sure.
Guys, you know what? I was wrong about Devin White. All right, he's no good. Get him off the team.
My bad.
My bad. Jacorian's still good though.
Jacorian's there. Anyway, I think our D line will make our linebackers and corners look good. It helps without question, right? You got D linemen that could force the double team, so it frees up linebackers to fly, and so it can help in a sense. It also just depends on really the type of scheme that Patrick Graham's going to run. So if we're weak at linebackers and he tries to run more that over front with five up front and 2 linebackers, that could definitely help as long as we have the linebackers that can clean things up. But at the same time, not a lot of our linebackers are good in coverage as it stands right now. We got a bunch of downhill linebackers that are going to try to stop the run, but who's going to drop in pass coverage, or who's going to split out when teams try to split the running back out as a wideout, and now you got a linebacker one-on-one. I don't know if I want Landon Roberts one-on-one with a running back out there. Don't know who that guy is going to be. So we'll see kind of how that plays out. But I guess here's my big thing. And Cool Kev, yeah, let's resurrect Tyree Wilson. Here's my thing is, I'm not going to go into whether or not I think these linebackers are going to be good. John Spytek and Pete Carroll better know what the hell they're doing with this linebacker room. That's all I got to say. You got a Landon Roberts. Was it 1 year, $3 million? You got Devin White, 1 year, $1 million. You got Tommy Eichenberg, who knows what's going to happen. You got Amari Gaynor. Not sure what's going to happen there. Again, I was extremely high on Amari Gaynor last year as an undrafted free agent. I wanted him to make the team. I thought he had a really good shot at making the team. But he's still an undrafted free agent. We'll see how that plays out. Then you bring on Jalen Smith, and then you wait till the 7th round to get a linebacker. If the linebackers suck this year, there's no one else to blame except for John Spytek and Pete Carroll. And if they hurt us at any point throughout the season, or if that is a lingering problem, if we can look at games and maybe we win, but we let up 28, 29, 30 points, and it's because we can't stop the run because our linebackers aren't getting there, we can point the finger all day long. So look, we're basically shopping at the thrift store for linebackers at this point. And at the end of the day, they're going to have to own it. So I want us to be able to trust the process in a sense, because they have made a lot of good moves, but you had a lot of opportunities, even in the draft, to bring in some potentially quality talent, and you went elsewhere. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. I will try my best to trust the process. But not a lot of confidence rolling into it. What's happening? Raider Nation Jason, guys, make sure you guys go hit up his channel as well. Show some support over there. And Jeremy Chin, without question, is going to come up and be that run support. So that we might be playing him that way. But at the end of the day, defense, all 11 got to fly. You got to fly. And Jeremy Chin can do his job. And if that cutback lane is open, it's because the linebacker is late to get there. That's the difference between a tackle at the line of scrimmage and that running back ripping off a 15-yarder to a touchdown. So let's hope for the best. That's all I got to say. So, all right, let's go. Did he sit out a year for injury? Honestly, I don't know. I don't think he sat out a year for injury. Yeah, I have no clue, to be honest with you. Didn't you guys know why Jalen Smith sat out last year?
No, I forgot. Honestly,
I don't think. I think he just wanted to take a year off. To be honest with you,
and that ain't good. That ain't good. Anybody coming off from a year off, we don't produce.
Right.
It takes you a minute to get your feet under you. What up, Eric? What's happening?
Ask Le'Veon about that.
So, what's going on, Willie Wayne? What's going on, man? Appreciate you. All right, let's go. And when you're saying, according to Sanjit, linebackers are system players. All depends on the linebacker coach.
I'm sure he did say something like that.
Yeah, like you can say that, but it's also trying to figure out. Obviously, okay, you could be a 4-3 linebacker or a 3-4 linebacker, right? Yeah. Like you could be a 5-2 linebacker, of course. But at the end of the day, it's how do you prep your linebacker room to have the best chance of success. You don't always need the shiny object, right? Robert Splain's a great example of it. Robert Splain came in, not a whole lot of promise, but at the end of the day, he produced, right? So you can coach him up. So I'm not saying we're going to be trash, but at the same time, I'm hoping that they understand what they're doing with this linebacker room, because we had a lot of opportunities to potentially bring in additional talent to help this linebacker room with the salary cap space. It'd be different. It would be different if our salary cap was trash and we didn't have the money and we had to shop at the discount store. No, we have the salary cap and we had opportunities in the draft to grab somebody. So again, linebacker room could ball out, and I'm going to say, cool, I'm going to trust the process moving forward. So, I already mixed the mean Gatorade if it falls spells. Look, half glass full, man. Appreciate that, lunatic. Half glass full. Let's see. Leo, you said we brought him in, but he didn't sign. Maybe you saw the shit show he was coming in. I don't know if that's Jalen Smith. I know we signed Jalen Smith.
Yeah.
Damn, I got you. Okay. G baby, what's going on, man? Missed a lot. We were rocking for 2 hours, but man, make sure you guys check it out when we log out of here. And so next up, real quick, Keyshawn Smith. I'll be dead honest. I did some research on these guys, but there's not a whole lot left to really talk about. It's just in my opinion, but I definitely want to throw it to my guys if we were able to do a little bit of research. But Chris, I'll throw it to you, man. Keyshawn Smith, receiver out of SMU, another SMU guy, 6'1", 191. Any chance of taking a look at this guy?
Yeah, I ain't take a look at him, but according to his picture, that picture is wild.
That picture wild, bro. That dude is
saloon guy. No.
That dude is.
Yeah,
that dude is smoking on the field. Right?
Yeah,
man.
He looks
got
like
a black and mild in his mouth while he.
Man, yeah,
you might see him in Bakersfield on the on the wrong street.
He got black and mild flavored gum. He chew black and mild flavored chewing gum, bro.
Jeez, man.
Oh, man.
I mean, I saw a little bit about him. He's also another guy that he's a transfer from Miami as well. Ironically, I don't know what was going on in Miami, where they was just like SMU just snatching their players up, but he's the second one. He's not a guy that looks like he's too developed as a wide receiver. Most of the stuff when I watched him play, he had some return ability, so they let him do returns. Then they like to put him in situations that were almost like return situations. So they would do like little pop passes to him. They would throw like bubble screens and stuff like that. Yeah. So he's one of those guys. Look like he's pretty fast, not Deontay Thornton fast, but he's probably 4.4 guy. So add some another guy. He's 6'1" as well, another taller receiver with some speed. It's looking pretty bad. Looking pretty bad. Somebody better they better get their highlight tape together.
Oh man.
You remember you're in high school, you got your highlight tape on Huddle. You can send it out to them. Get your highlight tape together, brother.
Might be I mean, you might be talking about a June 1st cut about somebody, but we're not throwing any names out there that play receiver and in the slot and not having the height requirement. But Jeff, 2 hours. I know, man. I know. This is like a short 2 hours. This 2 hour show is like your shorts. So I got it, man. I appreciate you with your 24-hour lives, man. You crazy. Yeah, man. If you guys like content all the time, all day, every day, man, go hit up Jeff's channel.
He's live right now as he types that.
Exactly.
Jeff got a catheter just so you don't have to. Yeah. I'm not leaving the seat.
What, one in and one out. One in with Dunkin' Donuts, one out. So he ain't got to get out of his chair. That's funny. And Kev, and Jeff, it's true. It's true. And so look, for myself, watching the film and his game tape, again, not a lot of it severe. I think he kind of hit the nail on the head. Like as I'm watching him, as I'm watching him, I'm sitting there going, the first thing that popped in my mind, nothing special.
Yeah.
There's nothing special about the kid. You know, a little bit of return game, like you were saying. They'd like to hit him with a couple screens. He can play both slot and outside receiver. They played him at both. Severe, you said he has a little bit of speed. You know, maybe I didn't see a lot of speed, but at the same time, I don't watch a whole lot of them. So, you know, I don't think he's gonna make the team. I just don't think he's gonna make the team. Yeah, you know, like I don't think he brings anything to the any value. Even in the return game that I saw, there were a couple of returns that were quote unquote highlights, and he just got kind of tackled after the second contact. It was like I was waiting for him to pop off and see some speed or something, and literally he got tackled at like the 30-yard line. I was like, oh, shit. So yeah, nothing too crazy. Jeremy saying no player is a system player. There are some system players out there. I mean, I'll be honest, Hunter Renfrow could be a system player, to be honest with you. Let's see. I think there's stopgaps until next year when the linebackers
class is deeper.
Is deeper. Yeah, maybe. You always can plan for next year, and that could be the plan, to be honest with you.
I thought this was a pretty deep linebacker class, honestly.
It was cool, yeah. Like not like super high end talent, but like in the middle round.
Get some contributors.
Yeah. Who was the kid that was high from Oklahoma?
Landon Jackson. No, that's not. That was Arkansas. I forgot. Danny Stutzman.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I think he went in the 5th.
Yeah.
You know, so I think there were still linebackers, and Bossa went in the 6th, I think, to the Chiefs.
Yeah, 6 or 7. Yeah, he went real late. Yeah.
So, it was a deep linebacker class without question. So for myself, it's like you could have gotten somebody that's good. You can get in this system, start to grow on, and stuff like that. So, let's see. Willie Wayne says, "Come on, Keyshawn, you can catch and run." Yeah, maybe he can. Maybe he's got a little bit of practice with the catch and run. We'll see. All right, next up, Wesley Steiner. Linebacker.
Like a Steiner brother. Like,
where are we getting these dudes, man? These cast of misfits, man.
Man.
Raiders Allegiance, there's a thing. Yes, you could get, maybe hopefully we have a good season and we find ourselves, picking in the 20s. There you can get yourself a good linebacker. I'm with you. Maybe next year. All right, so
if we spend first round pick on a linebacker, bro, after spending the first round pick on a running back, I'm going to go insane. I'm going to go insane, bro.
I'm with you. I'm okay with doing picking a linebacker in the first more than I am a running back. I'm still not a fan of it.
He got to be a difference maker.
I'm with you.
You got to be Roquan Smith. Like,
ooh, man, I am pissed off that guy did not work out. Roquan Smith was a bad man.
Yes.
He doing all right though. He's still doing all right.
Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking about somebody else. My bad, man. No, the other there was a linebacker out of Alabama that went to the 49ers. That when I watched his game film. And he got in trouble because his girlfriend had a bunch of guns on the bed.
Picked him late in the first round that year. I forget his name.
Yeah,
Reuben something.
Reuben Foster.
Reuben Foster. Yeah, I thought he was going to be a beast.
I thought
he was going to be a beast.
I thought he was going to be like the next Patrick Willis, just flying.
Yeah, he was not. I thought he was going to be a beast.
It just didn't work out. All right, so, all right, Teddy B. Oh, yeah, I'm Teddy Buchanan, man. Teddy Buchanan, man. He was still available in the draft, too, man. We were all kind of high on him out of Cal.
Where'd he go? He went to Ravens or somewhere?
Probably. He went to a team that knows how to draft. I remember looking
at
it. They got a good one.
So, let's go. I think Severe, throw to you first this time. Wesley Steiner. What's your thoughts? Chat, let us know if you got anything on this kid.
I have not watched 1 millisecond of him on this guy at all. Washington.
And I can probably tell you why. But keep going.
Yeah, I watched him. Like, does he even have anything online? Like, he's a guy, Washington State. They're not exactly known as a powerhouse defensively. I don't think they've had a player drafted since. Is this Dayan Henley? Is that the last guy that they had drafted on defense? I can't even think of another guy. So, I mean, 6'1", 242. I did, man. I liked him too. Like, it's Crenshaw alum, baby. Same school, my high school. My high school, yeah, my high school. But it's 6'1", 242. I mean, can't body. I don't know what kind of athleticism he has, but with that kind of size, at the linebacker position, hopefully he could be a guy that can contribute on special teams. If he's on that Steiner juice, he might turn into all pro.
So, well, I mean, we'll see, man. Chris, you see anything on this kid? Chat, let us know if you caught anything with this kid.
No, I didn't watch him. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't watch too many of those guys. But yeah, I didn't watch him at all, to be honest.
Okay, so I'll save you the time. I searched everywhere to try to find something on this kid, and then I figured out exactly what he did at Washington State, and he was basically a special teamer. So you ain't gonna find nothing on him. Okay. I mean, he played, I think, 5 games last year, something like that, and it was all basically special teams. I think he did get like a block punt or something like that at some point. I don't know, but he's basically a special teamer. So why we brought him in, I don't know. So he ain't gonna make the team.
That's it.
I'm just throwing it out there. He ain't gonna make the team.
That's just digging in the crates, man. Like digging in the crates for that one.
I'm not sure why we brought him in. To be honest with you, Rick, I got nothing. Yeah, I got nothing. So, unless you want to watch a bunch of special teams play, But then again, that means if you just play special teams, you ain't making the 53-man roster on a team in the NFL. Wesley Grimpock on the practice squad. No, I don't even think he's going to make it in the building after first cuts. Jen Slinger, there's a bar out here in Vegas. Yes, there is. Steiner's, if he's related. Yeah, maybe. Hey, maybe that's why he's here. Maybe he's got some connection. He's going to find himself squeezing his way on this roster. So, next up, let's go. Did Pete Carroll's son bring his buddy to the team? Maybe, man.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Look, I got mine. I got 2 of mine. You want yours?
All right, then last one. And there is definitely something to talk about this kid. Is Jonathan Sutherland. 5'11", 214. Played at Penn State. He was brought on as an undrafted free agent with the Seattle Seahawks. He did play with the Giants, but I don't think he got any playing time. I think he was on kind of like the injured reserve, or he just had some injured designation at some point. So I don't think he got too much playing time. And then he found himself in the Canadian leagues, and now he's back. But because he was brought in with the Seahawks, that was when the Seahawks, when our head coach Pete Carroll was with the Seahawks. So Pete Carroll saw something in him, and he's bringing him back. And so I did watch some film on him. I do got some thoughts on this kid. Just keep in mind, I believe he was a 3-year team captain at Penn State.
Yeah.
And so I think, Chris, I'll throw it to you first this time. Any thoughts on this kid?
Yeah, I was a little familiar with him. Seemed like he I mean, nothing really popped out like right away, but again, a guy that has some leadership skills. He may have even been. Yeah, did you say a 3-year? I'm like 3.
I think it was 3-year. I think it was 3-year captain.
3-year captain. Yeah. So I mean, honestly, you get that in a school like Penn State. They're usually well coached. I really like their coach out there, and they usually have pretty solid defense. Pretty decent size for a safety. I mean, 5'11", 214.
Good up, Ducky.
Kind of on the well, I guess this is second season, so I don't know. We'll just have to kind of see what he does. He might be able to again bring some depth, or at least be able to compete with some of those other safeties that we have. Whether it's Trey Taylor or Christopher Smith or something like that, to at least get those guys to kind of raise up their game. So we'll see.
Yeah, man. Space Beast was happening. I appreciate you rocking with us. To see Ducky as well. What's going on? Jen Slinger, he's Canadian for for safety. Hey, give him a couple of bots and turn him loose. Severe man, what's your thoughts on the kid again? I got a couple of notes on him, but what's your thoughts?
You're cheesing, fam. No, but yeah, I mean, any guy that you know that's a 3-year captain for a coach like Franklin, I think he obviously he's earned the respect of of a high profile coach at a high profile program that's known for the defensive side of the ball for the most part. Obviously, he has the previous relationship with Pete Carroll, so that was Pete Carroll reaching back for a guy that he has some familiarity with. So obviously, there's still something that stuck out in his mind, saying, hey, you know what, we should bring this guy in. If for nothing else, then maybe it's a situation where he just raises the temperature of practice and he puts some pressure on guys like Thomas Harper or forces a guy like Trey Taylor to step his game up. But like I said, I don't really see this guy making the team. If he does, it's special teams. I mean, special teams we discount it, but that's a lot of these coaches, especially defensive coaches, they value special teams a lot. So they'll want guys that are going to be like high character, high level special teams player, because that's a game of field position, and we've seen teams lose. Lose a game. I remember Aaron Rodgers lost a game off special teams before in the playoffs. So, you can't win. You can win the game off special teams. You can lose a game off special teams. So I think, especially defensive coaches, they have that value for that aspect of the game. So I think he'll, if he does make the team, it'll likely be on special teams.
I'm with you, and the only thing I'll add to that is
Alan Levitt 2.0.
One thing I'll add to that is, you want to bring on a guy that, one, again, severe to your point, right? All about special teams. If you can be a good special teams player, you've already given your shot. You're giving yourself a chance at making the 53. But you also want to make sure that, because you're very limited in the space that you have. It's a 53-man roster with 22 starters. You're limited, right? You got the offensive line that takes up a ton of percentage on that roster. You got the D line that takes a ton of percentage on that roster. So you want these guys to come in with the potential. If guys go down, you're okay with bringing them in. You're okay with starting them. You're okay with putting them on the field on offense or defense. And so when I go back and look at this guy's tape, he's a ball hawk. That's the first thing that jumped out at me. If you watch him at Penn State, I think he got playing time in 54 games at Penn State. I think he started. I think he started something around like 18 games or something like that. But he had 138 tackles. Yeah. And if you watch him, he plays mainly in the box. He's going to be a box safety type, and he's a ball hawk. He goes and gets it. He tracks the ball carrier down. They blitz him off the edge a couple times, and when the ball goes away, his motor's still going, and he's tracking you down the opposite side of the field. And so I do think he got that leadership role for a reason. And so when he did play at Penn State, you could tell the motor's there. He's going to be a ball hawk and track you down, which makes a great special teams type of player. And with the way that we might play like a Jeremy Chin, maybe can he battle to be that backup potentially? Again, his path to the NFL has been a little rocky, so there's obviously reasons why people have passed on him, but you watch his film and his ability to get to the football maybe can help him in this defense because of the way that we're going to use Jeremy Chin. So again, you go back and watch his film. Man, he sits in the box close to the line of scrimmage, and he's a sure tackler. He's going to put his head down and come get you. And I think that's what Patrick Graham might like out of his safeties, at least the strong safeties in this defense. So let's hope. Let's see. Again, it's going to be fun to watch preseason. So that's basically all we went through. I'll go back up to just the list, man. We went through all the guys that we waived or released. We also went through the guys that we went ahead and brought back onto or signed to this roster. We'll see how it all plays out. We'll check out the preseason, have fun with it. And so we're going to do our last segment. Our last segment real quick. Remember, you guys, we'll go back up to the big screen as I set it up. Remember, you got Chris Protect Shield Podcast. You got The Severe Raider. I'm 805 Raider, RealTalk Raider Nation. We're going to be in Bakersfield this weekend. If you're going to be with us, we're going to party after at the Clarion Hotel. Make sure you roll up. And we just had Lorenzo on. He said Jeremy Chin's going to be the player. He's going to chill that night. he might come rock with us. Long shot. I'm not promising it, but if he wants to come out and chill with Raider Nation, maybe either, hey, shit, maybe he'll come chill with us, or maybe we'll find him and go rock out. So we're gonna do our last segment. We do this all the time. We have fun with it. Actually, we just started this about a week ago, and you guys had fun with it. So guys, make sure you get that pen and paper out, however you want to rock. Remember, we're going to go live late tomorrow after the schedule drop and kind of give you our instant reaction to it and just kind of how we evaluate it and how it plays out. And we're trying to make it to the home opener. So then you'll know when we're going to be in Vegas and then at Allegiant Stadium for next season. So
I think I just saw that.
At least we got drops.
It might be the Giants.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
1.
I don't know if that's a real drop or not, but let's say the Giants at 1 p.m.
So if it is, that'd be a hell of a week 1, man.
That's good. We should win.
Exactly. We're gonna go ahead and party afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
But if we lose,
but nothing. But
the season's over. It's a wrap.
And be cool as hell though, because man,
if we lose,
no,
bro,
see, here's, and I'm gonna set this up. We're gonna talk about it for just a second, but I'll tell you right now. Went to the home opener last year, and it was against Carolina, and that was like the AP, first game as the head coach. And man, they do that that march to victory over the bridge.
I don't like that.
And that was okay. Well, okay, hold on before you get to that. Before you go there, Chris, it was probably the closest thing. Just the march on the bridge, not like the tailgate, nothing like that. Nothing will be like Oakland. But in Leo, I think you were there, man. So you can kind of test this. The march over the bridge was probably the closest thing you would feel to Oakland. To be dead honest with you, I mean the amount of just Raider fans that were there, just cheering the same thing, marching the same way, just the whole nine. I mean that was probably the closest thing you would get to feeling like what it was in Oakland.
Come on, walking to the game.
Yeah, the march over the bridge.
Yeah. I did it when we played Miami.
But the thing is, though, when you did it after that, when we lost against Carolina, I did it again, and it just died. Like I mean, it was half. It wasn't even a quarter of what it was that home opener. And then what do? We go shit the bed against Andy Dalton in Carolina. Yeah. Like I was just like, you've got to be kidding me! Like ain't nobody showing up for that march over the bridge no more. That shit is one and done.
If we lose that first game, I'm marching Pete Carroll right to Sunny Acres retirement.
So I'm telling you. Let's see. I was in Vegas for AP's first game. Oh, when he was an interim. Yeah, man, that was a good one too. Leo, yeah, it was only that first home game. It died bad after that. I mean. I felt bad because what's crazy is they start the march in the casino. Yeah. In Mandalay Bay, and they march throughout the casino. So that very first one, man, I'm telling you, like people were lined up in the casino from start to finish as they exited the casino up and down the bridge. Like, I mean, it was hyped. Oh, later in the season, ain't nobody in the casino. Like you had nothing but other like opposing teams' fans lining up, just being like, what is this? What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, there's some noise happening, and it's fucking other colored jerseys walking up, and it's just like, yeah, it was bad. So, but at least home opener will be there, and we'll be there for the first march over the bridge. So at least we'll get hit with the one that's real. So, it's bad. So, all right, I'm gonna share this screen. We're gonna make this happen, guys. Get your pen, get your papers ready. You guys know how it is. Do it with us. Have fun with it. And then there's going to be last thing. We're going to get out of here. This is how it works. Blind rankings, top 5. First player will pop up. Rank it 1 to 5. It's at the peak of their career. You can rank them whatever you want. Don't be cheating, chat. Don't be doing it. At the end, we'll give the final rankings, how you would actually rank them. But one player will pop up, rank it. Second player will pop up, rank it. Don't change your rankings. Just keep it how it is. We'll see how it plays out. So, all right, let's rock, chat. We'll see how we do. First one. We're doing linebackers today. Joey Porter.
I like Joe.
Joey Porter. Where do you put him to start it out? Where do you put him? Because you don't know what's gonna pop up next.
Dang.
Oh man. All right,
Troy was
Leo.
nice.
What
Troy
up,
was
Ray?
nice.
What up? Yeah, let's go. Sure, retirement home. Yeah, so we were just talking shit about Pete Carroll. That's all he does on this channel, guys. But nobody's safe, obviously, in the Raider War Room. Ain't nobody safe. All
Nobody's safe.
right. Rick, you got him at 3. Okay, Steve at 3. Not bad, not bad. All right. Yeah, Porter. With the Steelers. All right. Oh, you put him at 5. Ooh, put him at the end. Ginsling, you got him at 4. Cool Kev at 4. Okay. All right. Here we go. Next up, Troy Gill, you got him at 5. Put it like the initials after this one. Put the initials and then the ranking. Just
So we know who you're talking
one.
about. Yeah, I don't trust some of y'all. And they're cheating.
All right. So next up. Here it is. Bobby Wagner.
Ooh.
Bobby Wagner.
Yeesh.
All right, Jeremy, you had him at 3. Leo 4. Raider Hawaii, you got him at 3. Okay, so put BW. Put BW. And then let me know where you at with it. You know, it's funny. Myri at 4. Ginsinger. You never know.
Could be messed up already.
Ginsinger, you never know. I could be an asshole.
Mine
put
could
Tommy
be
Eichenberg somewhere
already.
on here.
I don't know where 805 going with this.
And Ginslinger, if I see that your ranking is all messed up, I might change it real quick. Is the hot dog water comment? I'm just saying. All right, cool, Kev. You got Joey Porter at 4. Okay, let's go. 3 for
I might be messed up too.
All right, 3 for Bobby Wagner. Steve 2. Bobby Wagner. Troy, you got 4. Rick, you got Bobby Wagner at 2. Cool, Kev at 5. Pilgrim for phone. What's going on, man? You came in just in time. You got him. You got Joey Porter at 4. All right. We'll see what you got Bobby Wagner at. Bobby Wagner at 3. Kevin Lurker, I'm thinking Bobby Wagner at 4. Jeremy 4. Myra G. Is that Bobby Wagner? Or is that boneless wings? We don't know. I was just waiting for you to put that in there. I was just saying. I was waiting for it, Myra. You came through. You pulled through. I appreciate it.
So okay,
you got Bobby Wagner at 5. Okay, pills were fun. Bobby Wagner at 3. Okay. Jeff.
Let's see. This one could be interesting.
4 and 5. All right, Bobby. Okay, 2. See, just saying so much. Everybody's cheating. We had like 3 cheaters last time. You're starting at the cheating today at 2.5. All right, Porter at 4. All right, let's go. Here we go. Next up. You got yourself Thomas Davis. Davis. Where do you rank him? Where do you rank?
That one is tough.
Where do you rank him? Because there's 2 left. You just don't know. All right, Ginsinger. Okay. We'll go with 3. Rounding up. Yeah. All right, Allegiant. Come on. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm with you, man. Let's go, man. Allegiant, I got to see your rankings, Allegiant. Lunatic. I got to see your rankings.
I might be cooked.
Why you got him at? All right. Thomas Davis at 5. Jeremy 1. Oh, you got him at 1. You got him at 1. All right. Ooh, Rick, y'all at 1.
Davis was dog, but
he was a bad man.
He was.
I might have a stardom bench him, cut him. Don't worry. I might have something set up.
He was a dog.
Ooh, Leo's like, nah. Hold my beer. He's number 5. Rick P at 4. Kevin Lurker at 5. Okay. Steve at 4. The grandpa game. Okay. All right. Oh, see, Jeff, I like your style. You're putting them all in line. All right.
Yeah, perfect. That makes it easy.
Yeah, I like it. Okay. And Rick, you doing the same thing? I like it.
See, I always be backing myself in a corner, man.
I be doing the same thing, bro. I do the same thing, man.
Always back myself up.
Oh, more Thomas Davis is at 5. Okay, there's 2 more. Here we go. Let's get the next one. Let's see where we at. Okay, where do you guys like London Fletcher?
Man.
London Fletcher.
I'm cooked.
I'm cooked too, man. I'm cooked too. All
right. Put that LF for what you're ranking at. Let's go. Yeah, Doris.
I'm cooked. It's a wrap for me.
Jeff, all right, let's go. You got
This
Let's see.
It's a
Porter
wrap
at
for me.
4. All right. Let's see. 5-3. Okay.
It's-
All right. Like your
you
style.
better be Ray Lewis.
I'm not looking at Leo's done too. Uh-oh. Okay. And London
It's
Fletcher at 2.
wrong chat, cool Kev.
I know, right?
He's asking me, who OnlyFans you looking for?
Who
bro? I know it.
He trying to see some
Fletcher at
feet
2?
pictures, man.
Good thing you can't send pictures through this thing. All right. Let's see. I mean, I guess you can change your profile pic real quick. Let's see. Cool Kev. All right, at 1. I can't look. I'm screwed. At 2. I don't like it, but my hand yet can't change it up. We're gonna see it all at the end. But at the end, we're gonna see how we rank it real quick. All right, Steve. I like your style. All right, let's go at 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go. London Fletcher at 2.
I need this to be Striker Sulak or Slade.
Man,
I need a Tyler Brayton sighting right about now.
See, I'm the opposite. I need Ray Lewis.
I need.
You need it. All right, we'll see how this one works out.
Can I get a Trevor Scott for 500?
Myra G wants a Seau. All right, let's see. Tommy Eichenberg. I'm telling you, I knew, man. I might have switched it real quick. But here we go.
Greg
Last
Beaker.
one.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Man, I'm cooked.
Okay.
Okay. Is it working out?
Yeah.
Who's excited for that one?
Let's go,
Chris
Pat.
is.
Let's go, Pat.
Man,
I
Patrick
am
Willis, put
cooked.
that PW down. Let's see. Ooh, last one
go,
has to
Pat.
be living. Let's go.
I
Raider
am
Pete.
cooked like Sunday dinner.
Let's get it.
All right. Hey,
Let's get
let
it.
me know. Chat, just give me the rankings. Maybe you just rank it left to right. We'll see. Chris or Jeff, I like your style.
That's
Okay,
good.
you got
That's nice.
Porter
That's nice,
at
Jeff.
4.
That's nice.
Yeah, Patrick Willis at 1.
That's
London
nice.
Fletcher at
Yeah.
2.
That's what I needed.
That's good. That's actually
Yeah,
pretty.
man.
That's pretty damn good. That's a good list.
Yeah,
Patrick
Samir
Willis
got
at 1.
You
Yeah,
you
pills
got
are
me.
fun.
Got me.
You got
Like how it
Pat at
played out.
5.
You got me.
All right, Cheeto, you got him at 1.
You
All
got
right.
Pat at 5.
I
Patrick
got
Willis
Pat
at
at
1, and
5, man. I had to make a decision. Do
I
I was
know.
gonna play? Do I want to take the chance of him like doing us dirty and being some?
Hey, one of these
him-
days he's gonna do us filthy.
That's
He's
why
gonna do
I
us-
thought it was gonna be the day. I thought it was gonna be the day because that last one, it's always that last one.
Well, one of these days, it might, I might surprise y'all with putting a Tommy Eichenberg type up here.
Yeah, see,
You
that's
never
what I'm
know.
saying, man. I thought it was gonna be the day, so I was like, man, I have to protect.
All right, Jen Singer. All right, you got him at 1. All right, no question. Let's go. All right, Cheeto, you got Patrick Willis 1. You got Bobby Wagner at 2, JP at 3, Thomas Davis at 4, London Fletcher at 5. All right, okay. So as you guys do that, all right, like I see it played out, hit me with put hashtag first, and then actually give me your rankings left to right. So if you would put where you put Porter, where you put Bobby Wagner, Patrick Willis, Thomas Davis, London Fletcher, in that order, where would you rank them overall? If you could do it, not blind, I guess. So put that hashtag first, and then give me your order. And so, but first, Severe Man, what was your blind order? What was your blind ranking?
Man, I got London Fletcher at 1.
All right.
already
Just
cooked.
laughing.
Already cooked. I got Bobby Wagner at 2. I'm cool with that.
That's not,
I
that's
got
not bad.
Thomas Davis at 3. I ain't mad at that. Joey Porter at 4. Patrick Willis at 5. That's where it did me.
Yeah,
Man.
that's where that's
That's what
tough.
did me.
That's
If I
tough.
would have swapped London Fletcher and Patrick Willis, I'd have been cool with that. But I
tough.
couldn't risk the top of my list being somebody, it'd be like Orlando McClain or something like that.
Man, I got Jen Slinger. So you had it. All right. So if you ranked it, he got him at 3. All right. Bobby Wagner 4. Patrick with 1. Thomas Davis 5. Okay. I'm not too mad at that. Chris, man, what was your blind ranking?
So mine feel pretty good. Got Patrick Willis,
That's good.
London Fletcher, Bobby
Bobby
Wagner, Porter,
All right.
and Thomas.
It's a
Feel good
pretty
about
that's a pretty good one. You know, I think the
Yeah.
only one that you could be like, man, would I flip 4 and 5? You know, if it was realistic.
See, me
That's still
don't.
good though.
If I could do it different, I think I would put Wagner second, or Fletcher third, and then Porter and Davis 4 and 5.
Man, that's
But
pretty good. Okay, so Jeremy's got he had Joey Porter at 1, Patrick Willis at 2. Ooh, I think this is blind. I think this is still blind.
Yeah.
Bobby Wagner at 3, London Fletcher at 4, Thomas Davis at 5. All right, so yeah, hit that hashtag and let me know what order would you put it in. What order would you put it in, man? Shout out Jeff with the membership to Chris's channel, man.
You.
2
cents, got it.
Chris wants to drink so bad. We're gonna drink tomorrow night for the schedule release. All right, it's a big day. It's a big day. We'll have a couple drinks tomorrow night. Cool Kev hashtag. Okay, you got London Fletcher at 2, Patrick Willis at 1. Cool Kev.
I think it's 1 is London Fletcher.
Okay, Patrick Willis 2, Thomas Davis 3, Joey Porter 4.
Wagner 5.
Wagner 5. Okay. Okay. So let's do this. Chris, I'll throw it to you first, man. Rank it. Who's your worst to best? Who would you put at 5? Who would you go to 1?
Oh, now that I see it.
Yeah, now as you see it.
Yeah, so I think I think 5 I would still do Thomas Davis.
Yep.
And then I would do Joey Porter at 4. I would go London Fletcher at 3, Bobby Wagner 2, and Patrick Willis 1.
That's not bad. Can't be mad. That's severe. What would yours be?
I'll probably actually go Joey Porter 5, just because I always liked Lamar Whitley better. So I'll probably go Joey Porter 5. Thomas Davis at 4, London Fletcher, Bobby Wagner, Patrick Willis.
I think I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, man. That actually, can't be mad at that linebacker core without question. Raiders Allegiance, don't encourage people. Don't encourage people in this chat, lunatic. My God. See, it's gonna be 4 hours of this to Bakersfield, lunatic. I'm prepping myself.
Man, that's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Patrick Willis 1. Patrick Willis is a bad man.
Man.
So now we're gonna go back up to the big point. Let me see if where'd Chris go?
I'm here.
There he is. All right. So
don't drink yet, but I'm gonna get me a tangerine lemonade from Wendy's.
Man. Hey man, I gotta leave it alone, man. That's I'm about to destroy my life, man. I can't
mix it with some metformin.
I like that, man. We're just getting out of here, man. We've been on for 2. Man, I'm telling you, Chris. We think there's not a whole lot to talk about, and then this happens. That we rock for almost damn near 3 hours. It's just how how we do sometimes.
A shout out to Lorenzo, though. He was able to talk about his event. That's gonna be fire. So that was fire.
Yeah. That is exactly Bakersfield, California, man. We're gonna be there. We're gonna have a booth. Just look for the Raider War Room banner. We're gonna have some giveaways. So for all the subscribers, all you gotta do is show up. If you subscribe to us, show up, and you automatically get a ticket for the giveaways. And so we're going to try to just kind of give back to the subscribers. If you show up and you're only subscribed to one of us, there's going to be some QR codes. You can subscribe to the rest of us, and you're going to be right there.
Disgusting.
Rocking with us. So I don't know. Is that what you sent in the chat? Chris? Yeah, I ain't looking at that right now. God damn it.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Hey Jeff, man, I'm gonna be driving. I might record that car ride because it's gonna be myself, Lunatic, Fu Chris. Yeah, we might get a little live. But hey, we appreciate we appreciate everybody rocking with us. We appreciate it. Make sure you guys hit my guys, D Severe Raider, as well as Chris Protect Shield Podcast. I'm 805 Raider, Real Talk Raider Nation. At the end of the day, guys, make sure you guys go hit up Chris's interviews, man. He was with Ja Joyner, with Tim Johnson, our former linebacker, as well as Mitchell Renz, got on with him. So he did those interviews, man. Always hitting you guys with good shit. But outside of that, Chris, let everybody else know what you got going on.
Yeah, just rocking, man. Just rocking, as you guys know. Have this show, my brothers, But you guys can catch me on all social media platforms, Protect the Shield podcast. And then on Wednesday, that's tomorrow. So yeah, got my show with Spicy Raider Girl. We're gonna do a show for the scheduled release. And then I'm gonna rock out with my guys after that. The Raider War Room gonna have a show as well. Thursday, gonna try to do my my Shield Talk Thursday. Trying to get a special guest. Leo's crazy. Trying to get a special guest. And yeah, and then check out my boy. Hey, you know, I'll drop it sometime. But anyway, I don't even know what I was about to say, man. Just check me out, man. Check me out. Protect the shit on all platforms, even OnlyFans.
Oh, man.
It might come out at Lunatic's pool party. You never know. Lunatic's gonna have a pool party before the home opener. You just don't know what might show up. And Jen Singer, yeah, I don't know if we don't know if we're probably not gonna do a live at the event. I'll do some recordings and drop a video because I'll tell you that Wi-Fi is gonna be crazy in there and shoddy, and it might be a shitty live anyway. So, but John Parker, I appreciate you. Severe, man, let everybody know what's going on before Leo says some crazy comments in the comment section.
Leo,
I know what it is, man. The Severe Raider here on YouTube, on IG, on Snapchat, on TikTok, on X. Almost on all social media platforms. Almost. But you know, you guys know where to find me, man. Tuesdays rocking with my guys, 805 and Chris Protect the Shield, as well as Sunday nights. Having a lot of fun. You know, sometimes on weekends I go into other people's shows and I cause a ruckus in their show too. So if you guys haven't saw, I caused a whole bunch of trouble over a rundown show, man, on Saturday. So yeah, with me as a guest, man. Just buyer beware on that one, man. Buyer beware.
Do you want him as a guest now?
You might lose subscribers when you
might lose. You might lose some subscribers, man. Then tonight, you guys know I got the 50-50 show with my guy Pharaoh NFL, and then Thursday nights around the Shield as well, man. So tap in with your boy, man.
Yeah, man. No, I appreciate him in the chat, guys. You guys know I'm 805 Raider, RealTalk Raider Nation. Rock out, my guys. I chill out. I do my own videos here and there, and just try to run around and support the other content creators because you guys know it's a community, it's a family. You can rock out with us, rock out with them. Don't matter. But if you roll our way, man, we definitely appreciate you. We have fun, but we do nothing but support 100 across the board with the other content creators. And so, yes, and that was epic, Myra G. So
maybe
we might have that mock draft show was ridiculous. LV, man, you pull it up, man. We were rocking wild, but make sure you guys go hit up LV Raider as well. Hit up his channel, man. I appreciate you popping in for just a second. But hey, man, appreciate you guys. We're gonna go live late tomorrow night after the schedule dropped, just to kind of give you kind of our take on it. But we appreciate everybody chilling with us, man. It was a long one. We appreciate everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys go hit up the like button, subscribe, turn on those notifications so you do know when we go live. Once again, it's Chris from Tech Show Podcast, the Severe Raider. I'm 805 Raider, Real Talk Raider Nation. You guys are in the Raider War Room. We appreciate you. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. We're out of here.